Here is your podcast.
You know, I've been doing this show 9 years. In the beginning, it was great. I got to show up and just talk and leave. That was fantastic. But now Mex sends me this theme song, tells me to put my own voice in it. Lily shows up. She doesn't produce a goddamn thing. All she does is laugh, turn around, and go home. The only thing I don't wind up doing for this show is listen to it. That's your fucking job. Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-year-old boy podcast. You know what? Same verse, same as the first. New verse, second verse, same as the... I don't fucking know. Listen to me. Here's the thing. We are together this week, and I'm recording early, and I'm putting the show early, I think. Hopefully, if I have the time. We're in the afternoon of Tuesday, the, 15th? 16th? Today's the 16th. Tuesday, August 16th. And I am leaving on a jet plane. As a matter of fact, this may be my last American transmission, unless I send something from the fucking airport later. I have no idea if I will or I will not. But I'm gone, man. I'm heading to Kuwait. I am leaving. I am getting on a plane. I am going to the Middle East. I am going to go to Iran, and I'm going to broker some hostage negotiations with those people. They just got $400 million. I could maybe show it there and see if they want to sponsor the show, right? Iran's got some money floating around. We just saw them get $400 million on a pallet. Fuck me, man. That's not even like PayPal. That's cold hard green. I almost said hold card green. You know what? It is hold card green. Hold your cards. We've got green. So maybe Iran will sponsor the show. Maybe Saudi Arabia would get on board. Maybe I'll talk to some of the sheiks there. Although I understand Sharif don't like it, so that might be a problem. He is not a fan of the show. That makes me laugh. It makes me think I did it before, too, unfortunately. But right now, it made me laugh. So we're here. We're doing the same thing we did last week, man. I'm hustling, trying to get shit done. Got my passport. I'm packing books for the trip. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do on the fucking plane. I want to actually broadcast from the plane. I'd like to Periscope, or I'm supposed to have free Wi-Fi. I don't fucking know. All I know is I'm going to be sitting up for 16 fucking hours on the way to Dubai. How crazy is that? And that's because I bought the economy ticket, which made sense at the time because it was like almost double and a half to get the economy ticket. But then, fucking get this. Yesterday, man, I get an email. And I wake up at 9 a.m., fresh as a daisy, certainly. And there was an email that had come at like 8:40 a.m. from Emirates Airlines. And I'm confident in telling you I'm on Emirates because who the fuck cares, right? You know, this is funny, actually. Erica, friend of the show, Erica, friend of me, Erica, is driving me to the airport tonight. And she said to me, she saw me last night and said, hey, is it okay if I take a photo of you like going into the airport? And I said, do you think it will be the last recorded photograph of me ever taken? Is that why? You think it'll be worth something? And she said, no, I forget to take photos of you going in and out of the airport, which seems strange to me because I also forget to pose for photos going in and out of the airport. So it doesn't seem like that big a deal to me. But if she wants to do it, I'm happy to do it. But so she said she wanted to take the photograph of me going into the airport. But she said that she's always kind of thought of doing it, but she knows that I don't like people knowing when I'm doing things. And again, I've given the wrong impression of me as a person. I guess you could break into my apartment and steal my little Joker guys. I don't know why people don't want to know I'm out of town or I'm in town. I don't know. But I don't care. Take a photo of me. That's fucking fine. Last night, I had a couple of photos taken of me last night. I'll get to that in a minute. So I'll be on Emirates Airlines tonight, if you're trying to find me. If you want to go ahead and book a last-minute flight to Kuwait or Dubai and chat with me for 16 fucking hours, that'd be great. But yesterday, there's a fucking email to my account, and it says, hey, for 150 American dollars... Trying not to yawn. Did you hear me suck in air there? That was fucking weird. For 150 American dollars, you can upgrade to economy, which means I could lay down and I could eat food, like real food. I guess, I don't know if they'll give me fucking peanuts or dates or figs, whatever the fuck in economy, but if I was in fucking business class, business class, yeah, I could get, it said fine dining. Now look, I don't know what the fuck that means in the airport. I don't know what that means on the airplane. Maybe it means you get to use a fork. I have no idea. That would be fine dining on a plane for me. If I can use a fork, holy shit, how fine is this dining? Nothing could be finer than to dine up in first class in the morning. It didn't rhyme. Carolina's the rhyme there. Triggered it and fucked it up. So I immediately clicked on it because I got $150, certainly, and gone, sold out in 20 minutes. And which made me mad because it made me think that all of these people knew something. All the people who fly on Emirates were prepared for that deal to come along, and they were just waiting to click on it, and then it showed up, and I was fucked. Too late. So I'll be sitting up tonight for 16 hours in Dubai, or not in Dubai. I guess I'll be sitting up in Dubai as well. Because here's the schedule, man. I'm on a plane and it's 16 hours to Dubai, and then I land in Dubai, and I got a 6-hour layover in Dubai. I don't even know what the fuck that's going to be like. I wonder if they'll let me leave the airport. I don't know if I'll be able to walk out amongst the citizenry of Dubai and wreak havoc, which I don't want to do. Please, if you're listening, fucking yawning. If you're listening and you're from Dubai, I am not going to wreak havoc. I don't want that out there right now. Please, I'm coming to town I'm peaceful. I'll have my hands in the air. I'll be excited. And I'd only be there for 6 hours. How much havoc could I wreak? I'll tell you, havoc is unwreakable in 6 hours. I need at least 9 hours to wreak serious havoc. I guess I could be a scamp and play some pranks or something in that amount of time. But I definitely need at least 9 hours to really get my havoc on. So we'll see. I'm leaving tonight on a plane and flying, and I'll be sitting up for 16 hours. So I want to talk on the plane. I want to possibly, I don't think I'll do a podcast, but maybe I'll Periscope, or maybe I'll just post on Facebook, because supposedly I have free Wi-Fi, and they try to make it as comfortable for you as possible, which is fine, although I wish I was laying down and eating fine dining, but that's okay. So I'm on a plane soon, leaving here in a couple of hours, and I still have to pack, and I still got to get a shower, and I might shave. I think I'm shaving. I have a beard right now. Not a beard, whatever I grow. And it's, I get like 10 days of scrub, I think it is. And in my head, I'm like, well, like yesterday I went, I'm going to go ahead and just stay scrubby. I'm going to stay scrubby as I get to the Middle East, and I will fit in perfectly with everybody there. But then I was like, well, dude, why don't you just shave and then gradually become one of them as you are there? And I don't mean them in a mean way. I mean just a citizen, right? A denizen of that area. Because I'll show up as a clean-shaven American, and by the time I leave, I'll be like, hey, how you doing? I'm semi-Persian, right? Sounds like a good plan. But I can't decide. Man, I've been attacked by yawns. I'm sure you can fucking hear it. It's driving me fucking crazy, and I don't get it. I'm in my apartment. I got the air conditioning on. Maybe it's lulling me to fucking sleep. I have no idea. But the point is, I'm getting ready to leave. I'm packing. I'm finding things and getting squared away. So we're going to do what we did last week. Remember last week where I called it a sick day? This week I'm calling episode 12 because I couldn't think of a clever name. But I'm going to have another. I'm going to attach some older content onto this, and you'll be able to hear it at the end and relive something. And I already know what I'm picked out. I know. Maybe I'll tell you later. Should I tell you later? I don't know. Well, should I tell you now? Who knows? Who cares? But I know I'm going to do the plugs here in the beginning of the show, because now I'm apparently Mark Maron, and everybody fucking hates me. Although they love Mark Maron, and they're happy to buy his coffee and his cat food or whatever the fuck he plugs. But me, I'm plugging just the same stuff that I plug every week, but I'm doing it early, and hopefully you are finding yourselves going, oh, well, I don't mind hearing the plugs early, as long as Mike throws in a couple of things about him growing a beard. That makes it that much more palatable to be buying T-shirts when Mike is growing a beard as well and telling us that anecdote about his face. Please talk more about your face, Mike. Oh my God, we totally want to hear it. Fucking yawns. So the point is, well, first I'll tell you this too. And I don't know how long I'll talk. Last week, I was very pleased. Some people were like, I don't know why you're apologizing for doing a fucking new hour of show and then attaching an old hour at the end of it. And I get that, and you're nice, and that's how I feel about it too. But there are people who feel if I don't do like a full 2-hour show, I'm not doing a fucking show. And good for those people, I suppose. I'm sure they write everybody else and go, why didn't you do an hour and 15 minutes or however the fuck long people are, 2 hours, or I don't know who puts a stopwatch on this fucking show. I don't know. Actually, I truly don't know, because if you look at your screen, right there's the fucking time. You know how much time there is. But I guess maybe people will be parsing out the segments and hearing how much I talk and how much is rerun and how many times I fucking yawn. God damn it. So I'm here to do the plugs up top, and I'll talk a little bit about other things, and then we'll get into the content from the past. We'll bring you my past, and that's going to be in your future, as I've always said. But I'm feeling good today. I ran around. I went to the bank. I went and oh no, I didn't go to the bank yet. Fuck! God damn it! I didn't go to the bank. All right, that's something else I got to go do. Jesus, you know what? That just bit into my fucking wraparound time here, where I start talking about nothing, knowing that I still got to go to the fucking bank. And also, I would tell you this: this will sound terrible, but you know me. Like, I was debating getting chocolate bars for this trip and like bringing them, but I don't want them to melt in the 120-degree heat when I check my luggage. But we'll have to carry them on the plane. But if I carry them on the plane, then what am I carrying on 15 Hershey bars? It's fucking crazy. So I can't do that. Correct? They must have chocolate in the Middle East, or some reasonable facsimile. Wasn't it invented there? No, it's invented in like Paraguay or I don't know, fucking Morocco. I don't know, some place where they find those chocolate pods. We ever see those videos? I've seen those things where they find the giant, because when they make chocolate bars, you know, cocoa beans from these giant fucking pods, and they have these dudes with like a loincloth on. They chop it with machete, and then they grind it between two stones, and then you got a Cadbury bar. I mean, it's fucking brilliant. I don't know how they figured out how to do that. I don't know how they got the natives on board, but they did. They you know, and I think they pay them in chocolate, if I remember correctly. They're all like Oompa Loompas. If you ever go look at any show from Paraguay or Morocco, it's basically Oompa Loompas in loincloths, and they're chopping these with machetes and turning it into chocolate. Oh, it's fascinating. Go watch it happen. You can probably go to YouTube and check it out. So I gotta go to the bank, and then like I said, I was considering buying chocolate, but I can't buy chocolate for this trip. That would just be terrible. Because then just for going through the fucking scanner at the goddamn airport, because I did it once before with those other little ones, and I had like 25. Oh, what a mess, dude! I'm a fucking mess. I gotta go. You know, I should go over to fucking Kuwait and not even just work out. Just go there and be a machine. Try to lose 30 pounds in 12 days with a mod. Like whatever we're doing, we'll go walk out in the fucking heat. I'll go running. I'm gonna go jogging. I'm gonna bring that and just fucking headbands and get all sweaty. Because now I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna bring clothes wise, man. And that's why I was talking about the beard. Like, I thought it would be a good idea, but then I'm like, man, it's gonna be 120 fucking degrees there. You're gonna have a fucking beard, dude. That's totally crazy. You're gonna be all sweaty and itchy. Oh, I don't want to be itchy. I'd rather be scratchy. But then I'm trying to consider out what kind of clothes I'm going to bring. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to bring all these shorts and I'm going to bring a bunch of shirts. But I'm there like 12 days. I got to stop saying lake. Why am I saying lake? What am I, a fucking teenager? I'm going to be there 12 days. So I need to go ahead and get some, I say and like. What the fuck happened to me, man? I used to be beautiful. I used to be good at this. And now you see me, I'm saying and like, a lot of placeholders and bullshit like that. Because I've said a bunch of times before on other shows, and I recognize that, but not like this. This seems to be happening quite a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and try to put the kibosh on that right now. And I know I haven't said it in about a minute here as I talk forward downhill. So I say so a lot too. Fuck. I say that a lot too. So I have to go and go to the bank and then figure out what clothes I'm going to wear. Because I'm going to wear jeans on the plane. You know why? Because I'm an adult. Fuck. I wanted to wear shorts. I'm like, it's going to be 1,000 degrees. But I mean, fuck that. I'm wearing jeans. And when you wear shorts on the plane and you're next to somebody and then your leg kind of rubs against them, and I don't know. Right now, when I checked in, there was nobody sitting next to me. But I'm sure somebody's going to buy a last-minute ticket to Kuwait. One of you, as we've talked about, is going to buy some last-minute ticket to fucking Dubai and swoop in and sit next to me and go, hey, nice shorts. And I can't have that. I can't be insulted by a stranger or a friend. So I'm going to go ahead and wear some jeans and pants. That's what I'll do. Fuck, I got to go to the bank. I'm so mad at myself. In my head, I'm like, I got time. I can go ahead and... you don't. You have no fucking time, you jerk. So now I'm doing the plugs early, I suppose. I will say this. I did 2020 last night. I did the show 2020, which was a fantastic show last night at the 3 Clubs on Vine in Santa Monica. And there's other shows there, too, which I'll tell you about in just a moment. But I was there last night. I was working, and I worked with the very funny Susanna Lee and the astonishingly funny Bill Dwyer. And I don't say that as a way to dismiss a Susanna Lee. Susanna was great, did a great job. She's a very funny comedian. I don't want to say comedian. You don't. There's no difference between ladies and men. It's comedian. There's no fucking comedian. Fuck that. I don't think so anyway. If I'm wrong, I'm on the wrong side of that. Let me know, because let me tell you, with the internet now, you can be on the wrong side of a lot of things really quick. I just saw some story. I've been following it over the weekend. There's a guy in New York, a comedian, and apparently he raped like 2 girls or 3 girls, and they went to the UCB, the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, and they reported him, and then they excommunicated him from the theater, and they removed his I guess he was a teacher. I don't fucking know, dude. I was reading it, and when I was doing stand-up with any regularity, all we had to worry about was people stealing jokes. That was really all I had to worry about. Maybe it's because I have a cock. Maybe it's been like this for women all along. And look, I assume it's been like this for women all along with like club owners and shit, because I always assume they'd be lecherous fucking assholes, and maybe headliners on the road. Because I do know, I've heard a story from a female comedian, not N, a female comedian who was on the road and literally had to lock her bedroom door in the condo as the other comic just knocked on it all night long trying to get in to basically fuck her. And she was terrified and couldn't go to sleep. And I hear that story and I'm like, man, motherfucker, what is... Again, as I said, I'm so glad I'm not a woman. But then I'm reading this UCB story, and this dude was... I don't know if they called the cops or they didn't. It looks like these girls did not. These women did not, because they had no faith in the police to do anything about it. So they went to the UCB because that's something you can do something about. Maybe you don't have to see the guy. And UCB excommunicated him and canceled the show, and they got rid of him. And he maintains that he didn't do anything. He's like, and he wrote some long-winded defense of himself on fucking line. And again, you don't ever want to be placed in the position where you're defending yourself from like being a child pornographer or something like that, because none of your arguments are going to sound good. Nothing you say, oh, I just enjoy seeing children shower. Like, none of that is going to fly. None of that is good. Oh, I just tripped and I accidentally took a photograph of these kids having sex. I mean, like, dude, none of your explanations are going to work. So this dude he's on his high horse about how, I'm being tried without a trial and there's no jury of my peers. And oh man, shut the fuck up. I mean, if 3 women came forward and said that you raped them or you did these inappropriate things, I'm siding with the ladies. Sorry about that. Because I can't see women getting together to fucking take down an open micer from New York. It doesn't make any fucking sense. If this was, because everybody's like, oh my God, those 60 women are all going against Cosby and they're doing it because he's powerful. No, fucking Cosby did that shit. He fed these women cough syrup and roofies and then he was fucking knuckle deep in them with a fucking pudding pop stick. I mean, dude, that's who he is as a guy. We know that. His wife knows that. That's the worst part. And it's so funny. I think back, his son was murdered. Like right by an off-ramp right by my house. He was, I remember when that happened. I think it was in the 80s. It was when he was at the peak of his powers, or the 90s or something. Ennis was his son. Was that his kid? And he was murdered by, and it's the shadiest story. Like, he stopped to help some motorist who was fixing his car, and it turned out to be a Russian assassin. Don't quote me, because it's fucking 25 years ago, and I didn't even know why the fuck I'm talking about it now, other than to say, I remember when it happened, everybody's like, oh man, what a fucking drag. And they felt so bad for Cosby, and they felt terrible about him, and he had all this public sympathy and empathy on his side, and now you see him, he's this frail old man who has to claim that he's blind and he can't go to these fucking trials. Whenever that happens too, when everybody comes after a dude and they're like, that dude raped me, and he's like, oh, I have the flu, I couldn't possibly go to court. You're just like, well, then you're just ducking it now, motherfucker, because you know what you did. I just don't think 60 women would come forward and go, hey, this dude raped me, because what do they get out of it? None of them are going to get any money. All they're going to get is pointed at and ridiculed. So the same thing with this. This dude's he runs a fucking showcase night in New York, and I guess he's a teacher at the UCB. He's not anybody. So when they come out and they say, hey, this dude raped me, well, you got to fucking go, yeah, you know what? That guy raped him. He did. Because women gain nothing from really pointing the finger at anybody and saying bad shit about him like that. At least a group of women. I mean, if one woman has designs on doing some terrible thing to a guy, then maybe there's some sort of nefarious plot and she's boiling a rabbit and who the fuck knows. But if it's 3 girls, again, there's nothing they can do against some open mic idiot. What the fuck are you going to gain? So I'm with them. It's like when that dude beat up Beth. I think Beth Sterling is the name of the comedian out here in LA, and she went forward and she put up some photos and she's like, this dude I was dating beat me up, and there's other women that he's beaten up before, and this guy was also a comedian and he worked for UCB. Man, what the fuck is going on at UCB? Let's talk about that for just a second. Holy Jesus. Upright Citizens Brigade. Maybe you guys, you know what? Let's lay down. Let's not be so upright. Why don't you guys just sit down and relax, motherfuckers, if all you're doing is beating up women and raping them? Jesus God. And so you can see why the UCB jumps on it to get these fucking people out of their universe or out of their orbit, because they don't want anything associated with UCB and these rapist dudes. But then the fucking thing I saw where it said, the UCB said if anybody else had felt like they'd been raped or abused by this guy, contact their UCB grief counselor. I think a comedy organization has gotten far too big when it has its own grief counselor, don't you? I mean, the very fact, the comedy itself should not engender grief. And I mean, it shouldn't really, unless guys are killing themselves like Robin Williams or whatever the fuck. But there's no reason to have a grief counselor on staff in an improv theater. Although maybe there is. Maybe I don't know much about it. Second City, maybe they got people over there that are getting fucking talked to. Maybe Belushi fucked some people up in the 70s and the 80s. Gilda Radner started it. I don't fucking know, man. But apparently, Yes and is going way too far in these theaters, as far as I'm concerned. You know, these guys all think these girls are going to yes and their rape. Fuck that. I think, you know what? Look, even if you're in class and a guy's he's making the moves on you, you have the opportunity, you have the obligation to shut that shit down, ladies. Do not yes and your own rape. So fuck this guy. And then I had to read there's people defending him online, and there's all these people like who are on board and saying, well, and they're saying that this is a witch hunt and a hit piece and nobody really knows, and why didn't they go to the cops? And it's like, well, have you been reading the news about the cops lately? Have you seen anything? I mean, they're far too busy to pursue any of these rape cases because they're too busy shooting black people. So I got to think that maybe you don't go to them for that reason. There's stories about rape kits being thrown away, them discovering rape kits in the trash. I mean, they just give it short fucking shrift, man. Everything's ending. I guess that's the point I'm going to make. I don't know how I spun off into this fucking thing, but I'm just going to tell you, everything is fucking over. Everything is gone. Everything you hoped for, everything you wanted is finished. It's funny. Like I said, I do 20-20-20. and I'll talk about this. Why not? I had Susanna Lee on last night. And Susanna Lee is extremely funny. She does a really good job. She's terrific, but she's very sexually frank. Does that make sense? Her act is there's no boundaries to it. And last month when we had who did I have? Kate Merritt? Is that her? I'm trying to remember who it was who joined me last month on the show. I'm trying to remember her name. Her name was Katie, and I'll try to remember exactly who she is. But she was terrific. She did a fantastic job on the show. And yes, if you think I'm stalling while I look up her name, you're absolutely right. Kate Willett? I want to say Kate Willett, but I also want to say Kate Pearson from the B-52s. Perhaps she was there. Maybe it was my friend Katie from a million years ago who I sang to. I don't know. It was Kate Willett who joined me last month. And she was great, but also she's a young woman, and she was also very sexually frank. Like, her act was very much about getting laid, but in the way that a guy would do it in my time, like the old days, the way you would anticipate a guy would talk about getting laid. And I have to admit, as a now 49-year-old man, and having not been out in clubs and doing stuff like that, it was a surprise to me. I have to admit, I was a little like, whoa. It was because it was very funny. It was well crafted. They were great jokes. But, when I grew up doing stand-up with women, it was all a lot of their kids, or, they were moms, or dating is hard. And these girls were talking about threesomes, and I was like, and how they actively participated in them, and they liked them, and all these, and it's just that thing where, it was a surprise to me. It didn't, because again, look, nothing offends me. I don't give a fuck. Talk about whatever the fuck you want. Say you had a threesome with the two rapists that I just talked about, or the guy who if you had a threesome with the dude who beat up his girlfriend and the guy who raped people at UCB, maybe then I might gasp a little. But good for you. I mean, if that's what you wanted to do and you were on board with it, that's fine. Because again, as I've said, anybody can do anything they want. Anybody can talk about anything they want. But if I'm being true, and I'm being truthful to myself and to you guys, it was a bit of a surprise to hear these young women talking about how much they enjoyed sex and wanted sex, and basically that these guys were like, who couldn't satisfy them and all this. And it was that thing where you're like, whoa, man, that just seems like such a weird taboo from when I was, young or starting out, to now having seen these aggressively sexual women, it was interesting to me. On Twitter, I follow people who do amazing jokes, but there are women. There's this woman, Desi, and some other women who write really aggressive sexual material. And it's funny. I mean, that's the thing. It's funny trumps fucking everything. I don't give a fuck what you say about anybody, whomever. Well, it doesn't trump your raping people. I will tell you that. I don't give a fuck how funny you are, guy in New York, but if you're raping people, you're out. I'm sorry. We got to drum you out of the fucking core. We're going to strip your epaulets, and we're going to make you walk to the helicopter and wave off as you drive off like fucking Nixon. Do you drive a helicopter? You fly a helicopter. You could drive a helicopter, I guess, if it had wheels. Wait, helicopters have wheels that you land on. I guess you technically could drive a helicopter. I couldn't, because I don't have a license. You'd have to get a helicopter license. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go to the DMV. Hey, can I get a helicopter license, please? They'll throw me the fuck out. So I don't know. My point is, don't rape anybody and don't beat up your girlfriends. And then also, women can do whatever they want. I guess that's my point. I'm online and I'm seeing people get angry about it and they're getting upset and everybody's challenging and fighting. And I'm like, man, I don't fucking... It's just a weird society when everybody has a voice and spoken like a guy who does a fucking radio show out of his goddamn house. Believe me. But even like Trump people, I saw something today where they're backing him up, and Triumph the Insult Comic Dog did these fake polls and he asked people what they thought, saying they were Trump's ideas, and the people backed them no matter what they were. There was one that they were going to make people in Mexico wear shock collars, all of them. Every resident of Mexico would have to wear a blinged out shock collar so they couldn't come into our country. And these people were like, yeah, it's a good idea. Like half of them were on board with it. And one dude was like, yeah, the only thing is, they'll pry it off and try to sell it. Like, that was the only thing that was wrong with it. Yeah, we can put shock collars on an entire nation of people, but they're just going to try to pry them off and make some fucking greedy money off of it, those bastards. Dude, I weep for everybody, including the future. Luckily, I'm not going to be here. Like I said, I got 25 years left. I'll ride this the fuck out, hoping the water holds up until I fucking eat it at 74. I used to think 54. I'm now optimistic. I may have 5 years left, but I've tacked another 20 on. I'm going to go to 74, I think. So I did Monday Night Tease, I did 2020 last night. And it was a fantastic show. It was great. Bill Dwyer is Susanna was great. Bill Dwyer is... If you don't know who Bill Dwyer is, let me just tell you. When I first came to town, I was lucky enough to be on a game show called Ultimate Fan League, which I have videotapes of, and I got to find them because we fucking destroyed people. But Bill Dwyer was the host. And I knew then that he was funny, but I didn't know him. And then when I find out, I'm the comedian, then I see him, and he's just, I'm happy Bill's my friend, because then when I talk to him, not only do I get the comedy, but I get him as a guy, and he as a guy is one of the funniest people I've ever met. He's just, he doesn't have, again, he's a guy who's a dad with 5 kids, but when you talk to him, he's just quick and funny and smart and sharp, and also like a little dark. But he also doesn't mind. He laughs. He's just jovial. He's one of my favorite people, Bill Dwyer. It's like Matt Weinhold. There's another guy who's a comic who's just one of my favorite people. When you talk to him, he's just joyful, but not like hopping around in a church with a tambourine joyful. Does that make sense? He's not one of those idiots waiting for the rapture. I mean, they're just people who enjoy the things they do, and they enjoy life, and they're happy. And I like being around that, because I have a tendency to not be that guy. I have a tendency to climb up my own fucking ass a few times and wonder about the future and worry about where I'm at as a guy and what's happening and who's going where and what the fuck happened to me and why it happened and why won't it stop and all that other dumb shit that I think about when it's dark. But when I talk to Matt or I talk to Bill, it makes me happy. It's like when I see my friends. When I talk to Pat Francis, I got to talk to him for like an hour and a half the other day. And it made me happy to talk to him, because, I mean, he's just funny. He's a guy who's got his life together. He's got a beautiful wife who's incredibly successful. He's got great kids. It's like when I talk to Max. I mean, it's just, you got to surround yourself with people like that. You don't want to be surrounded yourselves with rapists and guys who beat their girlfriends. Stay away from those fucking guys. And if that's what the comedy situation is like now, perhaps I'm doing a good job by only performing 4 times a fucking year. Maybe if I'm going to wade into the morass of guys who are beating up their fucking girlfriends and guys who are raping, 4 or 5 chicks at a clip. I guess one of them got roofied, was one of the girls, and then I don't know, man. So I went out, like I said, I read it on Facebook, this huge debate, and everybody called him the fuck out, and then other people were defending him, and I don't know how you defend him, but it's a hard thing, I guess, if he's your friend, and well, if he's your friend, then you're like, well, I don't believe this, because I just watched, what did we watch, a fucking show, like one of those shows on Snapped. I watched a Snapped show, and it was about a couple who got married, and there was like a 15-year age difference, so you knew it was going to fucking fail. Then they wind up in a huge fight. They're very successful people. One of them, he was like a military historian professor at the army, and she was a teacher, whatever the fuck. And then they wind up in a huge fight. And one night he calls the cops, and you can hear the 911 call. She's yelling, and he's saying she's got a gun, and then she doesn't, and then he takes it away, and then they come, and he's dead. He's in a chair dead. So they're like, well, did you shoot him? And she said she won't talk. She gets a lawyer, and it turns out she says, hey, I didn't shoot him, but I was going to turn him into the cops because he had child pornography. And you just, I mean, you hear that and your stomach turns. Then they go to his house, they take his computer, and he's got, tons of images of child pornography on it. And this is the second time she caught him. She caught him 5 years before that, but then she stayed with him. And then they go to his family, like his brother and his mom. And her premise was that the cops were coming, so the guy shot himself in the stomach because he knew the cops were coming, and he was going to get pinched for the child pornography she was turning him in. So that was her side of it. But to see his brother and his mother just go, well, we don't believe it. I know I'm sure she planted those images on his computer, which makes no fucking sense because the cops were coming in a minute. They were going to be there. They were in a fucking 911 chase. So you think she went in, downloaded a bunch of child porn, and then put it in secret code and fucking, you can't do that shit. But you can convince yourselves of a lot of fucking things when it's somebody you love, and you say to yourself, well, no, never. But also their other thing was, well, you know what, if it was his, and we're not saying it was because we think she planted it, but if it was his, he would have never killed himself and taken the easy way out. He would have stayed and faced the music. Oh, would he? Really? Someone who had secret files of child pornography on his goddamn computer? You think that's the guy who's going to face the music? He's going to step right up. Yeah, you got me. I'll tell you what. You know what? This isn't like fucking stealing cable from your neighbor where you just go, I'm going to pay a fine and walk the fuck out of here. I mean, if you're doing shit like that, you are going away for a long fucking time, and rightfully so. And when you go away, it's not going to be pleasant. Not that it's ever pleasant for anybody, but if you're doing that sort of thing, man, they're gonna find out about it, and they're gonna make things rough for you in jail. And I don't say that with any glee or any sort of good, finally that guy got his comeuppance and his revenge. That doesn't help the kids. That doesn't help any of the victims of what the fuck he looked at or did. But holy fuck, man, if you're gonna do something like that, you're finished. So I actually bought it that he might have killed himself. I don't know if she killed him or he killed himself, but whoever the fuck, he was checking the fuck out because he knew he was in for a bad fucking stretch. But his family was like, well, either she planted it or he would have definitely taken the time to face the music and accept what was coming to him. No, he wouldn't have. No, he would not have. If that was the case, he would have had like child porn t-shirts and shit and been like, hey, I'm a pedophile. Like he would have worn it on his fucking sleeve. That's the kind of shit you keep secret, man. That's not the kind of shit you want shown the light of day, because when it is, you're fucking boned. So I don't think he would have fucking stuck around and taken the rap for that. So I understand though, his family, his brother, his mom, I'm sure their mind fucking melted when they found this shit out about this guy from their family. They're like, well, fuck, he's got that on his computer. Jesus Christ. How do you sleep at night? How do you reconcile loving that guy and knowing who he was as a person and then seeing this other fucking side of him? That's terrible. So that's why these people who are defending this rapist from fucking New York, they're like, well, the thing is, you don't understand. And no, the thing is, no mansplaining, none of that bullshit. Women accused him, multiple women. He obviously fucking did it. He did. And I'm sorry, that's just how I feel about it. Like I said, I'm team hoodie. I'm team lady. I just think if a woman is throwing accusations like that, they're not going to be unfounded. Okay, especially multiple women. That's what I'm saying. If it's different if he like had a fucking jilted person or whatever the fuck, and she came forward with some shit, and who knows. But if you got like fucking like 4 women, 5 women, and actually bringing the business into it and going to appeal, good luck proving yourself innocent, because you are branded fucking guilty, particularly in this age of social media and all the other bullshit. So how the fuck did I spin off onto that? I don't know. So I was doing the show last night. I'm with 2 people who do not like child pornography, Susanna Lee and Bill Dwyer. And it was a fantastic show at the 2020 last night. We have another one coming up in September. I guess I should have put this in the plugs, but I wanted to talk about it. Oh, and I will tell you this. So last night our friend Bill was there. Our friend Erica was there. Our friend Patrick, the bank robber, showed up. Jeremy was there, who's come. We're getting a nice group of regulars to Monday night, to the 2020 show. I'd really like to get more people on top of the regulars. That would be totally fun. But it's really great that the people come because they have a good time, and it's comics, and I have this kind of roasty atmosphere where people are busting balls. It's just fun. It's great fun, and I hope you can come out to the next one. September 19th is the next one. Tickets are on sale already at Gold Star. I do not have information about performers yet because I thought I had one, and she said no. So I'm close on a couple other people, but I know I'll be there. So the regulars who come know me, and they know that I'll be there. And then they're treated to people that I think are funny in addition to myself. So, again, we had Kate Willett last month. We had Susanna Lee. We got Bill Dwyer. We've had Pardo. We've had Goebel. We've had Siegel. We've had really great people. Jackie Cation was there, thankfully. So buy some tickets, man. Come out and support that show. I want to keep doing it. And I don't know if we're going to be doing it in October. So if you're going to come September, that'd be good because October should be dark. Because the bar possibly is filming. They might have a movie coming in and doing 2 weeks worth of work because I think Lily's losing the tease for a couple of weeks too. Who knows? But that's available. But last night our friend Ruben came. Ruben, friend of the show. Ruben, RJC. He came to town and he brought his friend Erden. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. But then Ruben had asked me if I wanted to go to dinner after the show. And of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Fuck, I'm the talent. Buy me something. So he offered to buy me dinner, and then we went to dinner. This is so bad. I feel awful. Ruben's in college. I mean, Ruben's still got a year left of fucking university, and so does Erden. And they're like, hey, let's go to Pizzeria Mazza. Now, I've been to Pizzeria Mazza, and I enjoy it very much. The food's really good. I've talked about it on here. And yet, I also know it's kind of expensive. But Ruben was like, hey, man, I'll totally buy you dinner for like the years of listening. And I said, well, that's really nice of you. Absolutely, I will go. So then we all hopped into my car, hopped into the Camry, made our way over to Pizzeria Mazza, hopped in, got a table, and looked at the menu, and we ordered a chicken liver appetizer, which was so goddamn delicious. It's chicken liver on bruschetta. I don't know how you pronounce that shit. I'm not Italian. I got blood, not olive oil in my veins. But we had that, and the little lemon on the top. Oh, dude, if you're eating chopped liver, you got to have like a chicken liver. You got to get either a squirt of lemon or some raw onion. Oh, I've never tried the two together, I don't think. Maybe I have. But I mean, lemon, fresh lemon juice or raw onion, oh my God. It elevates your liver in a way you can't imagine. I can't describe it. Words cannot describe how elevated your liver will be. Your palate will never know such pleasure, such beauty as chopped chicken liver with a squirt of lemon or a slice of raw onion. Oh, so damn good. So we ordered that, and then we ordered some pizzas. I had a pizza with bacon and potato and cipollini onions and a fried egg. And then they had pizzas with like speck and goat cheese and all sorts of different stuff. It was delicious. And then there was a butterscotch dessert that I had talked up on this very show. And he's like, well, I'm going to save room for that. So we got a couple of those. And then the bill came, and it was pricey. I mean, it was like a lot. And then I said, Ruben, I reached for my wallet. He goes, no, I got yours. And I said, oh, okay. I said, are you sure? I go, I don't mind chipping in. And then he looked at me and he hesitated for a second and he goes, well, would you want to split it? And I felt terrible because, again, these are college kids. They're 21, which I found out at the fucking table. I thought in my head, I'm thinking they're 24, 25, which is, young enough. No, they're fucking 21, still each with a year of university, and they're bringing me out to a fucking dinner that wound up costing $100. So I looked at him and I go, I mean, sure, if you're serious. And then he caught himself and he's like, no, that's cool. I got it. But then I felt awful about the dinner because he kind of invited me and I ordered food. And then when the bill came, I could see it in his face. He had a little sticker shock because he's, the dude, he lives in New York. I mean, he knows what it is. Ruben, you live in New York, right? I know I'm having this conversation with you, but God, I felt fucking awful. I mean, I felt so bad because I could see it in his face. Like, dude, this is a lot more than I thought it was going to be because the pizzas are $18 each and the liver's 11. And I mean, I think it was $90 or whatever the fuck, or might have been $100. And, because the butterscotch those were each 11. I don't fucking know, whatever. I'm not going to itemize the entire goddamn bill for you people. I think I just did, but I felt off. So Ruben, man, if you want me to fucking kick you some, because I offered like 3 times, and because then he said split it, and I should have just given him the money. I went, okay, but I went, oh, are you serious? And I reached for my wallet, and he's like, no, I got it. It's no problem. But then clearly it was a problem. I felt terrible about it. So I guess I'm just reaching out here via the show. And that's what this show's become now. It's just literally a private phone call to each and every one of you. So, Ruben, if you want money, man, let me know. I'll fucking kick in. I don't want to make sure. Literally, you've got 1 year left of college. I don't want you to not be able to buy your world history textbook because you had to fucking pay for my goddamn chopped liver. That would be terrible. And Ruben's a writer, so I told him, I go, dude, write something that I can be in, and I'll make it up to you. I'll take it. I'll get it on the back end. When I get hired for your project, I'll go ahead and take like fucking $30 less because of my pizza and liver extravaganza that I fucking put you through. I felt terrible, but it was fun. I mean, it was good to meet Ruben and good to meet his friend Airden, and then I drove them back to their car, and then I went home, and I'm getting ready for my trip to Kuwait. Have I mentioned I'm going to Kuwait? Fuck, I gotta hit the bank. So I will go ahead and throw some plugs your way. I will tell you this. You can get me at mike@MikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40yearoldboy. You can follow me at Twitter.com/the40yearoldboy. And you can follow me at Instagram.com. And it's 40YOB Mike, I believe, or is it Mike 40YOB? I never fucking know. I should probably grab my phone and look now. And again, I'm going to put you through the waiting as I grab my phone and check out my fucking Instagram. Well, while we were talking, Nest Care started following me on Instagram. I don't know if that's a bot. I don't know if that's a person, but who knows? They are following me, and they're so happy for it. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can find me at Mike40YOB. Mike40YOB. Let's check who my Nest Care is. Are they a bot? Will I check it here? We're innovating so families and support networks can manage health at home no matter the distance between them. I think that's a bot. I'm going to call that a bot. But I just gave them a plug on a fucking show that's going to live in perpetuity. God damn it, I feel terrible. Good for you, Nest Care. So follow me at all those different places and find me and send me emails at mike@MikeSchmidtComedy.com and let me know that you want to take me to dinner and then I want to bankrupt you and your whole family. That'll be fantastic. Remember that David Hernandez does all the artwork for this show. Oh, so I guess I'll describe the episode later. David does all the artwork for this show. He's the Renaissance man who does all the music, all the artwork, all the other cool stuff. You can find him at Facebook.com/DavidMexHernandez. Be his friend there. Or you can go to artbydmh.com. That's ARTBYDMH.com. Buy original artwork, commission original artwork, or just look at old artwork. It's all there at artbydmh.com. Contact David if you want him to do some stuff for you. He's the best, and his turnaround time is ridiculous. His quality is always tip-top, and he will not charge you an arm and a leg, but he will charge you a fair price for what he does because the man works hard, and the man gets it done, and he also creates fantastic work. So please go to artbydmh.com and check out all the cool stuff and figure out what you want for yourself, or go to facebook.com/DavidMexHernandez and be his pal, his internet pal, his internet chum, like you are with me. Remember that Ryan Dirks does all the web stuff for this show, facebook.com/Ryan Dirks. Be his friend. Tell him you like my web presence, even though I don't really give him anything to do. Only once a year, but I should probably do more. I have such grandiose ideas. Oh my God, so many big plans. And yet what I'm going to do here when I get finished is I'm going to go to the bank and then come home and then take a shower and go to Kuwait and never come back. I'm going to wind up just disappearing into the fucking ether. Lily Von Stupp is the producer of this show. She's gone. Right now I think she's in Boston right now. She was in Cape Cod, and then she was going to Vermont. She's in Boston. She's all over the place. If you want to go to support her on these travails, on these excursions, go to patreon.com/Lily. That's Patreon/Lily. And support her. Give her a monthly tip, monthly how do you do, a monthly handout, well, it's not a handout, it's support. Give her some monthly support for at patreon.com/Lily, and make sure that she is taken care of as she goes on the road and does more and more things, and I'm proud of her. She's really excited. If you want to go to facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp, you can stare at her page in awe and realize you will never be a friend because she has so many friends already. Or you can just queue up, make a request, and see what happens. Maybe somebody falls out and you fall right in, and then you're in the world of facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp, and your friendship is palpable. Don't you want a palpable friendship with a stripper? I think you should. Go to twitter.com. You can follow her at many different accounts. Twitter.com/Lily Von Stupp, Twitter.com/MNTs, Twitter.com/HollywoodBQFest, and Twitter.com/Boobdini. But if you'd like to write her a personal note and find out just what color socks she decided to wear all over Boston this week, you can get her at Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com. And I am not going to go away here. I'm going to tell you, well, I'll do the other plugs too. There's more stuff. Seems like there should have been a song there or something, but I'm going to not put a song there. We're going to just do a solid show. There's an opening theme song, and then we'll just, again, like last week, I'll go ahead and tuck in the old show at the end of this, and you'll hear that. And I'll explain what it is when I get there. Lily Von Stupp books the Monday Night Teas every Monday night at the 3 Clubs on Vine at Santa Monica. Tickets are available at brownpapertickets.com. Tickets are always available. Go to burlesque411.com for any information. Last night's show was, I guess, a great show. I was there doing my show, and then I had to leave. But it was Bella Luna who stepped in and ran it for Lily Von Stupp, because she is her right-hand woman some of the time. And she also ran 20/20 and did a fabulous job. But I guess last night's show was great from what I heard. That's the rumor flying around town. And every show there is great. I don't even need rumor. I don't need it flying around town. I don't need people to tell me. I don't need scuttlebutt. I don't need a grapevine. I don't need to hear people talking, whispering, and hushed tones. I know for a fact that fucking show is the show. So by all means, go ahead and get tickets and check it out and have a good time at the Monday Night Teas. Always, tickets available at brownpapertickets.com. Search Lily Von Stupp. Search Monday Night Teas. Search nipples. One of those might not work, but go ahead and do that and buy some tickets and come out and join her for the show. Unless it's dark, like it's going to be in October a few times, from what I heard. So please patronize her show and patronize her Patreon page. Help her out. I mentioned that earlier in another plug. God damn it. And also, Lily's going to be on the road. If you go to check her out, she's going to be at many different places doing tent shows, all sorts of stuff coming up. I think she's got, like I said, she had Vermont coming up, all sorts of different shows. But you want to go to her Patreon page and find out. I'm sure she's got it updated and telling you where she's going to go. Or go to Facebook or go to the Monday Night Teas Facebook page and see who's coming, who's going to be there, when they'll be there. She just did a Pokemon show. She's done all sorts of fun shows, and they're always available. And they're always full of naked women, something I know a lot of you, at least half of you, are interested in. So go, please, enjoy, watch, stare. Don't stare, but stare. But maybe don't stare. Remember that this show is sponsored, even though they don't know it, by Nest Care. No, that's incorrect. But this show is sponsored by MileIQ.com/invite/HFVHB. I will tell you this. I used my MileIQ.com. Someone used it, and I got a $25 card, a gift card, a fun, like that was my reward. Every time you guys subscribe to MileIQ.com, I get $25 in the form of gift cards. That's not cash, but it's okay. I can use it. Because here's what I did. MileIQ.com/invite/HFVHB. That's MileIQ.com/invite/HFVHB. I took a $25 card that I got from them. You know what I used it for? I went to iTunes, I put it in there, and then I bought the Stranger Things soundtrack. Oh my God, so happy. So happy to buy the Stranger Things soundtrack. Have you seen Stranger Things? Did you watch that on Netflix? Just astonishing. I binge watched it. We watched it from beginning to end, first episode to last, and it was just astonishing and great fun. And it was that thing where when you're watching it, as you're my age, if you're young, you'll enjoy it. But if you're my age and you've got all those touchstones to 1983, I mean, I nostalgia hit me right in the fucking gut. And then I heard the synthesizer score over the kids playing D&D and then getting on their bikes. And of course, because I'm a sap, I teared up. I was just like, God damn it. Because you realize you will never be there again. You lived it, you had those experiences, you loved them, you remember them, but I'm 49 and I will never be there again. That's powerful. When you sit down and you really think, about the things you've done in your life and the things you really enjoyed, and you have great memories, and you're gonna look back and smile, but they're gone. You only get a first time to do a few things. Actually, you get a first time to do everything, and then when that's gone, that's gone. And hopefully I've still got a few firsts left in me. But man, when you see the ones from when you were a kid, Jesus Christ, that knocks you on your fucking ass. So, but it's fantastic, and also just seeing all the references to shows and seeing all the references. Like I'm watching it, I literally like Stand By Me, like I said it out loud. Alien, I just E.T. I mean, it's just all visual references, verbal cues, the music, just the way the film is being shot. It's just fantastic. So go see Stranger Things, and that kid with no teeth is the greatest, and hopefully he's a big star for the rest of his life, and the rest of them too, certainly. But they could not have found 4 more diverse, weird kids to be the starring 4 kids. And I don't mean weird, just different, just kids that looked different. Nobody's pretty, they just look like kids. They look like 13-year-olds or 12-year-olds or whatever the fuck they are. And you need to see Stranger Things. It is so great. I can't stop talking about it. So my Mile IQ card was able to get me the Stranger Things soundtrack, so I can listen to that Synth and Sob. Synth and Sob. That's actually the name of the album. Stranger Things. And parenthetically, Synth and Sob. MileIQ.com/invite/HFVHB. If you want to keep track of your mileage for work or life, go ahead and do that. It's $6 a month. It's fucking beautiful. If you want to be a Lyft driver, go to Lyft.com and use my code Mike, M-I-K-E 720057. That's Mike, M-I-K-E 720057. Here's the deal Lyft was proposing this month. I don't know if I talked about it last week. They said, hey, Mike, refer a friend, and if they complete 1,000 rides in their first 3 months, you get $500 and they get $5,000. Well, first of all, fuck you. I don't know why they get 10 times more than I get. Secondly, I guess I do. They're beating the shit out of their car, because if you give 1,000 rides in 3 fucking months, holy God, dude, I was doing, when I was really cranking it, when I was really hammering it, and this was Uber, I was doing 100 rides a week. And that was because I've been off for the last 3 weeks because I'm traveling like a dumb fuck and I'm going to be broke. But when I was doing it, when I killed it in July and a little bit in June, I was doing 100 rides a week. Well, that's 10 weeks, man. So you'd have to keep that pace up for 3 fucking months. And I guess you could do it if you were a fucking Terminator like I was for a while. But after a while, you find out you're driving in your fucking sleep. You wake up with your hands on the fucking wheel, man. I mean, 1,000 rides. And for Lyft, to me, that's a goal you will never achieve, because I have been driving for Lyft for about 8 months. I only have like 600 rides in 8 months. And a lot of the time I keep the Lyft app off because it's just not worth it. The Uber app is so busy. There's no reason to fucking keep up with the Lyft app. And like I said, I haven't driven in a while and I want to stop driving anyway, but who the fuck cares? But if you want to go ahead and be a driver, it's so great. Trust me, you're listening to the guy who will tell you how fantastic it is. Go to Lyft.com and use Mike, M-I-K-E 720057. And if somehow you want to use that referral code and then go drive 1,000 fucking rides in 3 months, I'm going to get $500 and you're going to get $5,000. Think about that. And you know what that'll do? That means you can take me out for pizza and butterscotch and still complete school. That's what that means. Get $1,000 and you can take me out to dinner and I don't have to feel terrible about making you pay for it. That's fantastic. So please use my referral and get $5,000. Uber.com. If you want to be a driver for them, go to Uber.com. Use my code, and this is all lowercase, DJZW, the number 1, YTTUE. DJZW1. YTTUE. Now the 1 is not lowercase. Please don't get that twisted. But DJZW1YTTUE. Do it like our friend Brian in Baltimore, who just got me $100. Thank you, Brian. And like I said, I haven't driven in 3 weeks, but I got that $100 tucked safely away into my bank account, courtesy of him and his hitting the road in Baltimore, driving people to and from the Oriole games. Or perhaps he's only driving Mark Trumbo places. Maybe he's that guy. Maybe he's the personal driver of a Mark Trumbo, of a Jonathan Scope, of a Chris Davis. Is it Chris Davis? I think it is. Who's that fucking big jamoke who hits a home runs like 800 miles? I think it's Chris Davis. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Blanking. Perhaps he's driving a Dylan Bundy around. Maybe he's doing that. Maybe an Adam Jones. I'm going to name Orioles the rest of the goddamn show. Sit tight. I got more. Maybe I go old school. Maybe I go Brooks Robinson. I got a photo of his statue. Jim Palmer. Earl Weaver. Frank Robinson. Another Robinson. All the Robinsons there. Chris Robinson. He's there from the Black Crows. Black Crows? No. Orioles? Yes. Chris Robinson. Any bird that has a black in the plumage, Chris Robinson's involved. So be an Uber driver is the point I'm trying to make. DJZW1YTTUE. Use my code. That's fantastic. Go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com. We got all sorts of cool stuff there, stuff for sale. We've got mystery shirts. We've got download sets. We've got, those. We got Heroes, which is the music Mex created for the show. Well, not for the show, for him. It was the music he did for his heroes, I guess is what you want to say. It's the music for the artists who influenced the artist, I believe is what we were calling it. Also, there's Word Pimp Schmitty and the Misanthropic Gangster. That's music from the 40-Year-Old Boy podcast with Vascular and Yoked and all sorts of cool songs on there. Grab that. Those are available with a $7 download to the show. Jesus Christ, slow the fuck down. So those are available now. Also, year 1, year 2, all the way through year 7. If you have ordered years from me, Stephen Popkin, my friend, and Dustin and Dylan and everybody else who's ordered something, hold tight. I think I just heard from Dylan, who told me that he's able to download some of them, but this fucking thing with Dropbox and everybody, it's turned into such a mess. Terry was able to download them. I don't know. It's just, but too many gigs. I've got to figure it out. But now, of course, I'm heading to Kuwait. In September, I will get this all fucking straightened out the first week because I'm in Kuwait until the end of this month, and then I'm in Denver for a few days. But I will get everything straightened out. I promise you. So if you've ordered download sets, you've ordered things like that, I will get them to you as soon as possible. Steven, I hope you have some patience. Go down and have a Tong battle down in ancient Chinatown. I'll talk about that on the show eventually. I spent a day with Steven when I was in New York. I guess I'll talk about it now. When I was in New York 2 weeks ago, we spent the day with Steven, and he took us through Chinatown. We ate at Wo Hop, and I was so proud of myself. I put a photo on Facebook, and I said, "Wo Hop, got you all in check." And nobody liked it. Like, not enough people. Some people liked it. Some people got it. They figured it out. Bust a bust. But I was so happy when I wrote it up, and then I was like, oh man, God damn it, people, where are you? But the food was delicious, and then we took a walking tour of New York with Steven, and we wound up in a candy store, and we wound up in a fuck store, like a vibrator store, and we were all over the place. And Steven was a guy, he offered he bought the download sets, which was fucking amazing. And he's like, hey, if you're going to be in New York, man, I want to take you on a tour. And I wrote him, and I go, well, look, we got a Yankees game that night, so maybe we can have lunch. Definitely we can have lunch. And he's like, all right, let's come to Chinatown. And we said, well, I changed the plans like 9 times, right? This is my fault. Because I wanted to go early. I was like, we can meet you at 10. And then he's like, all right, I'll see you at 10. And then we went, we got in late. And I'm like, maybe 11, maybe 12. And then he was very nice about it, and he accommodated us. But then we went to, we met him at a Starbucks, and we walked all the way to Chinatown, and we walked to Wo Hop, and he had all this fucking knowledge about Chinatown, man. He started telling me about the Tong Wars, and I forget, Odd Duck or Lucky Duck or whatever the fuck, some guy, Vicious Duck, I don't know. There's some dude, and he was pointing out there's like this triad corner, basically like the 5 points in Gangs of New York, and he said they would just wear chainmail and they'd shoot each other and they'd hide. I mean, what's the point in that? How you're going to die, right? I mean, someone's going to shoot you right in your Chinese face, and you're going to fucking go down. I mean, there's no way to fucking just hide behind a corner and run out in chainmail and blast dudes. I saw Big Trouble in Little China. Checks in the mail, man. So he gave us that war, and then he brought us to a restaurant that it was a Thai street version of ice cream. And they poured this liquid on a cold plate, and then they rolled it up into rolling ribbons, and they put fruit on it. Dude, I have photos of it. I should post them on Instagram, where it's like this. You'll see it's like this became this. It was this puddle, and then all of a sudden it became a fucking bowl of ice cream. It was gorgeous. But Steven, you ordered the download sets. I don't know why. It's a phone call to everybody. But I'll send them when I can. I tried to do it. I went and monkeyed with it a little bit. I've only been home for like 3 days. And it just wasn't working. And I tried to contact Hightail and get rid of their contract, whatever the fuck. You guys know what's up. So thank you for your patience, and please hang in there. I would appreciate it if you did. And if you didn't hang in there, then goodbye. Thank you for being here as long as you were here. But we got all that stuff on the Joe Business page. We got the T-shirts. We got the Yerk Dirt Dirt shirts. We've got the downloads for the Podfest. Oh, I should tell you about Podfest. Remember, I'll be at Podfest coming up here in September. 23, 24, 25. I'm on Saturday night at 7 o'clock p.m., so that's going to be fun. Please come out and check that show out. I don't know just yet what it's going to be, but I'm excited to think and figure out what it's going to be. Could it be something new, a new story? Could it be an old story? I don't know, but we'll figure it all out in the next month and a half. But please, if you're going to come out, buy tickets with my code, buy the streaming with my code. If you sit at your house, you can be naked and watch me. Why the fuck not, man? You can just sit there with a goddamn Kool-Aid in your hand and an egg roll and just be fucking nude and check me out as I'm on stage on Saturday night and watch everybody else nude too. You don't have to be just naked for me. Be naked for everybody at the fucking festival. So sit there in your chair and stare at me while you eat Chinese food and drink Kool-Aid. I don't know why Kool-Aid was in the equation, but well, actually I do know why. Oh yeah, that's why. So our code is 40YOB. How easy is that? So if you buy something, use the streaming code or the coupon code 40YOB. You get the streaming or you get your tickets. They get money. I get money. Everybody gets happy. Last year, a lot of you did it, which was really cool. Thank you. And if some of you do it again this year, I would be really thrilled because that helps the show out and it makes everybody happy. So come out and see me and Lily on Saturday night at 7 o'clock at the Podfest, or buy it and just watch me a month later. Who the fuck cares? Or don't ever watch me. Buy it and throw it away. Just pretend like you wanted to watch me. And also, as I said, I offered this before. If you use my code, if you buy tickets, like our friend Mike Yoder just did, although he has to send me proof. Anybody who's used my code for buying tickets or the live stream, if you send me proof of your purchase, I will use your name. I will work you into the show somehow. I don't know how. I might just yell your name at the top so I don't have to fucking put you in a story. But if you do buy the streaming or the tickets and you use the 40YOB code, let me know and I'll work you into the show somehow. I can tell you this right now: only one person has done it. And which makes me think, A, nobody's buying it or using my code, which kind of sucks, but I hope that's not the case. I hope you've all just forgotten to let me know. But if you do use my code, contact me and somehow I will work you into the show at Podfest. And then when you're sitting there naked with your egg roll and your Kool-Aid, you go, hey, it's me! And you'll spit fucking cabbage all over your screen as I say your name. Don't you want to do that? Don't you want to spit cabbage with a hard on at me while you're, well, I don't know why you're hard. Although, I do. I'm pretty good looking. I don't blame you. But well, actually, you're hard in anticipation of hearing your name. And then the second I say it, maybe it's not just cabbage that goes all over the screen. Look at you. And by the way, notice I assume it's just men. There's no women watching the fucking show naked while I'm on stage. That's not happening. There's no women who slide out of their pencil skirt and their panties and sit there with their ankles up on the desk going, oh, yeah, Schmitty, say my name, motherfucker. That's not happening. But if you do it, send me your name and stuff. And like I said, I'll talk about you on the show. But that's Podfest, man. That's September 23rd, 24th, 25th, I believe. I'm on the Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And buy streaming codes, buy tickets, use my code, and we'll all be happy. And I'll be in Scotland before ye. Fantastic. And before I got to that, I was telling you that the Podfest downloads are available at MikeSchmidtComedy.com. Buy those, grab those, bring those home, and take those, please, along with the Tweaked gear. If you go to tweakedaudio.com, use 40YOP as the code, you'll get some stuff there. And there's a mystery shirt left. I have two. Like I said last week, the Mets mystery shirt's still available. It's all wrapped up. I don't know what it looks like. And then I have one other mystery shirt. I have finally sent, I know it's a saga, I have finally sent KC his mystery shirt, I should say. And I texted him today, and I'm like, "Hey, are you bored yet of this saga? Like where I'm not sending you the shirt and the mystery shirt?" He goes, "I thought that was part of the mystery." Good for him. I said, "Yes, but I never know when someone's going to call the fucking Better Business Bureau." But I was heading to the thing today because I also had to send tax stuff today. This is funny. I was out of town for like 17 days. Let the rain come down, as Prince would tell you, and during 17 days. I was out of town, and I got home and grabbed my mail, and in my mail were two notices from the IRS saying, "Hey, man, we don't have your 2013 tax return. Hey, man, we don't have your 2014 tax return. You should probably let us know about that by August 24th. Well, fuck, I'm on a plane tonight to Kuwait. How the fuck could I let them know that? So I had 3 days to dig up my returns, go make copies, and have to send them to them. So I did that today. I feel like a grown-up. I won't lie. Like, normally it's the kind of shit where I just hide. I go, I don't want to fucking do that. But I luckily had my fucking tax returns, like, within arm's reach. I brought them out. I found exactly the information I needed. I went to a Kinko's and made copies at midnight last night after the fucking show, and then brought them home, and I filled them out and put them in an envelope and sent it off. So now I'm safe. I'm covered. I feel good. I think. We'll see. I'm sure they'll find some reason to fucking trip me up and come after me. So the bottom line is buy stuff at the website because now the IRS is coming after me again. Fuck. But if you buy download sets, you buy t-shirts, we got mystery shirts, you buy tweak stuff, all that different sort of thing. And also, very important, we have the Amazon code available. The Amazon code is available at our website. Go ahead and use that, please. Click through to the Amazon store, which I have not built, but I will in September. Hold me to that, by the way, if you want to send me a note and go, fuck, dude, where's you're building that in September? Why not? So I will. But if you want to click through, get to our store, which is like a black hole, and then click through to actual Amazon, and anything you buy, I'll get credit for. So go buy something fancy. I had made threats on here to buy a bed, and I was going to do it through my Amazon site, and now I don't know if I have the cash to buy the bed. God damn it. I had it, and then I wound up traveling, and then I spent money that I probably shouldn't have spent and didn't work, and it's, you know me, everything's falling apart. It's not really, but at the same time, I may have lost my bed for a couple of weeks. I'll get it in a month. But I kind of wanted to have it soon. But I'll rectify that. So use the Amazon code. And I'll tell you what, here's the thing. Use the Amazon code. The more you use it, the more money I get. And then I can actually buy the bed. Thank you for thinking of me. And also buy live streaming codes and tickets and use those codes. And then use myliq.com. Although I don't think I can use $25 gift certificates for a fucking mattress. But what the fuck? Who cares? And go to Drive for Uber and get me that. Look at all this money I'm asking you for. Look at the plugs I'm doing. I should be selling coffee. I should sell some sort of underwear product. I should sell some sort of book subscription service, right? Shouldn't I have all of these sponsors on board? I don't. I just have the ones I've told you about. Once the other ones pony up some cash, like Nest Care, then I can go ahead and get them on board and get you guys interested in their product. That'd be great, because you guys are loyal. That's the thing about you guys. You're fucking loyal, man. If I tell you, hey, dude, go buy these forks, you'll buy those fucking forks. And not only that, you'll take pictures of yourself using those forks, and you'll text them to me, and I'll go, holy shit, look at that fork. Look how beautiful that is. And then I'll send it to the fork guys, and they'll be like, fuck, this dude's effective with his fork selling technology. I couldn't even talk there. Hopefully I don't say that. Hopefully they just go, good, this guy can sell forks. I don't want to say the other thing because they'll stumble over their words and forget to pay me. My voice is shot. So, go to our website, do all that cool stuff, and make sure everything's great. Now, let's get to the actual episode for this week, as I fucking talk in circles for this entire time. I did it last week, and people seem to appreciate it, and I told you, I was thinking, I said it to Max, where I was like, I saw all the old artwork, and I'm like, fuck, dude, you have such great artwork that we used once and then kind of put on the shelf. And we have a page on the website, and my idea was I was going to trade those out and put in different pictures every week, and we just fell behind on that idea. But holy fuck, there is so much great stuff. Dave drew me as Gary Newman one week. They're just really painted me, I should say. They're just incredible. So the show that I'm about to put up here for you is episode 19 from year 5. So that's actually 4 years ago today it went up. I think it was 2012. It might have been, was it 2013 or 2012? I think 2012. But regardless, 4 years ago, episode 19, year 5, and it was called Make Me Rich, I believe. And the artwork for it made me laugh out loud when I saw it. And it turns out it's from this week, 4 years ago. So I said, well, fuck, why not go ahead and make that the encore episode? We'll throw that in here, and it is, because it's incredibly funny, and it's just me ranting, and I think I'm in the oldest building in Hollywood. And I remember being incredibly funny, and the feedback on it was really good. And it was one of those shows where you just felt good about it. It was just funny, and you knocked it out of the fucking park. And I feel, I have that feeling generally, I'm going to say 3 out of 4 times. I don't have it this week. Why don't you rant more about a rapist you never met? So I'm going to go ahead so I offer it to you. And so I said to Dave, man, this artwork's fucking the best. And I said, should we just reuse it? And then I go, why don't we tweak it and get it like it's in a record flipper from KTEL? And he's like, I got it. I'll figure it out. And he sent me the artwork here. So we get to use the original artwork along with a little tweak to it, which made me laugh. And you'll see it if you look down at your iPod vagina right the fuck now. And so this show it was a great one from year 5. And I have a lot of these, and maybe this will lead you to want to buy year 5, which I'll get to in September, and fuck. Regardless, this show was called Make Me Rich. It was year 5. It was episode 19, year 5. Please enjoy Make Me Rich.
Oh, yeah. I am awake and alive.
I'm so great, I gotta say it twice and cut it out once. My head's a syrup bottle that's getting tipped over every Wednesday. You're a storyteller in a storytelling podcast, and the only story you're telling now is a story about stories you don't want to tell. What the fuck? Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast. Brother, can you spare a dime? Lily dared me to do that. She's like, hey, I'll give you $5 if you do that. So I'm fully expecting a flat piece of paper with Abraham Lincoln's picture on it before I split today. Preferably green with a 5 in each corner.
Because Lily is telling me all about these amazing things that are taking place in Los Angeles, and I'm tearing them apart. Every time she says them, I just go, yeah, it's never happening. You know it's never going to happen, right? You know it's going to fail. And, hey, all right, I'll throw this out to you folks. Can I talk about this or no?
Not about who, but yeah.
All right, yeah, all right. So Lily tells me that there may be, she's heard scuttlebutt, she's heard rumor, she's heard back and forth whispers in the Magic Castle upstairs where she goes and visits everybody who does magic, everybody who has their fucking wands out and their stupid tuxedos on, and they're all, pulling quarters out of your fucking ear. Who cares? Literally, when you walk in, by the way, I want a regular $5 out of a wallet. Do not cut open an orange and hand it to me. I am not interested. I do not like a citrusy 5. I do not want a citrusy 5 with Abraham Lincoln making a squinty face. I don't want that. I want a regular a regular $5 bill. I didn't even pronounce the U. There's no U in regular right now. I want a regular. All right. Hi, folks. So Lily's telling me this story. She's like talking about Los Angeles and, because Lily wants to buy a bar. And we have no money, either of us. We're sitting here in a ridiculous, the stripper's kitchen in the oldest building in fucking Los Angeles, contemplating what our futures are going to be like. And I'm going to be famous, of course. We all know that. I don't even want to be famous. I just want to be rich. I don't give a shit about famous. Seriously. If I could just do this and have people give me money for it, and I don't even want to be rich. If I could just get all of my debt paid off and then make it nice and be okay and be able to go swimming and go to Hawaii once in a while, I'd be all over that. I don't need to be fucking rich. I don't need to be fucking Scrooge McDuck or fucking Dom DeLuise in History of the World Part 1 or any other famous rich caricature that I can think of right now in the moment. I don't need to be Richie Rich. Because you know what? Actually, bullshit. Fuck that. If I make money, if I get rich, I'm going to dress like Richie Rich all the time. And that little shorts outfit, God, how great would that be? The fucking little Lord Fauntleroy, crazy little boy rich suit. I'm in, damn it. I'm going to carry a big sucker, a big lolly, and a fucking Lord Fauntleroy hat, and a fucking string tie. God damn it, I'm in. Make me rich, motherfuckers, just to see me in that outfit. I'm going to kickstart that outfit. I'm going to put up a Kickstarter just to buy that giant fat outfit. I want to dress like an infant rich guy. A giant-sized Richie Rich clothes. Oh, my God, how great would that be? Only if you're rich. You can't do that if you're not rich. If you're not rich, then you're just playing the role, and fuck that. Nobody wants to cosplay as Richie Rich, all right? You need to be rich. You need to be rich to be Richie Rich. If you want to be Richie Rich, then you have to be rich. Nobody wants to be poor and pretend to be Richie Rich, because Richie Rich is a dick. We know that, right? He drives around like that solid gold little baby car, and he has that fucking dude making him fucking money waffles. I don't want money waffles. Well, actually, fuck that. If I'm rich, I'll have money waffles. But yeah, that's the thing. Richie Rich is a dick because he's rich. He can do all that shit. I would do all that shit too. This is my promise to you folks. Because Powerball's what, 300 million? We got to get out of here so we can buy tickets today. If I win the Powerball, I buy Lily her thing that she wants, which is fine. But also, I will dress like Richie Rich at all times, and I will eat ludicrous rich food. Like I will eat money waffles, and I will eat gold leaf bananas. I'll eat all sorts of fucking crazy people. I'll eat, you know what? I'll just melt down doubloons, like pirate doubloons into a special fork that I will carry in my hand at all times. And I will also do this. This is my promise to you. If I get rich, if I'm rich, I'm in my Richie Rich suit, I will walk into restaurants and just walk from table to table and sample people's food. I won't order for myself. Nobody will know what to fucking make of me. Just a giant infant walking around in a Richie Rich suit, eating their food. God damn it, I love this idea. Make me rich. Make me rich so I can go to restaurants and eat everybody else's food. With my own golden fork out of pirate doubloons. Why can't this happen? Jesus Christ, get off your asses and make me rich. Wouldn't you want to see that? Wouldn't you want to see me, 6'2", 300 pounds in a Richie Rich outfit, walking into random restaurants with a fucking fork I made out of melted pirate doubloons and eating food that's not mine? Yes, you want that. I want that. We all want that. Make me rich, motherfuckers. Kickstart it. Kickstart a Richie Rich fucking giant fat guy gold doubloon fork starter campaign. Ha ha ha! Free fucking bites of food for me all over the universe. And every city. Not even just Los Angeles. I'd get on a plane. I'd fly to fucking Rio. In Brazil. Hold on, not Brazil. Can't go to Brazil and do this. I'll get fucking murdered. But anywhere else but Brazil, I'm in. I'll go to Germany. I'll fit right in. Later hosen fucking bullshit. I'll walk off the plane. They'll be like, look, it's about time you got here. And I will eat streusel all fucking week. That's not mine. And I will carry my fork everywhere because I will charter planes. I won't have to be TSA patting me down. Fuck that. I'll have my own chartered plane. I'll just walk out of the runway with a pirate doubloon fork. Richie Rich outfit. I'll have closets all over the world filled with Richie Rich outfits just so because I will never wear the same one twice. I will wear a Richie Rich outfit. I will fly to Germany. I'll walk around and eat streusel. I'll go back to my room, burn it, throw it right away. I'll have my butler burn it, and I'll just put on a new one out of the closet. I will have closets hidden all over this world of ours, filled with Richie Rich outfits. But only one pirate doubloon fork. Make me rich, motherfuckers. This has to happen. All right. I got excited there because I mean, all of a sudden I was like, why would I? I'm like, oh, that's stupid. Bullshit, that's stupid. Embrace it. That's what I would do. If you're rich, you got to do the dumbest shit in the world. That's the move. Like Mitt Romney wants to be president. Why do you want to be president? You have like billions of dollars. Buy an island and populate it with like topless ladies. That's all you got to do. And fuck your wife. Who cares if she gets pissed? Just go, well, do you want some of this money? If you don't, I'll divorce you and you can go away. Or I can fucking disappear you very quickly. She could. You tell me Mitt Romney couldn't disappear his wife if he wanted to? Or you know what? I'm sure he could hire some mafia men to just rig up a bomb to that horse. You ever see like an old mob movie when they start the car and it explodes? You just put a bomb on the undercarriage of that horse, and she goes to leap over a fucking gate, and the whole thing explodes. Holy shit! Must have been a malfunction in that horse's engine. It blew. It fucking blew. Sky high. Where's Mitt? He's on his island with his topless girls. Well, he's not a suspect. Of course he's not.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
You know, I vote for Romney if he wears the Richie Rich outfit and carries the doubloon fork. I vote for him at that point. Because it shows me he enjoys being rich. That's the thing that drives me crazy about him. When he's fucking Mitt Romney, look, all right, whatever, politics, who cares? You don't care. Although I will say I care. Everybody cares, right? That's the thing. Maureen Boyle, our friend Maureen Boyle, put that on my on the Westside 86 Jokers page, and I was so happy. Like, I didn't write to her, but I was like, when I read it, I was like, this is the greatest thing of all time. Go to the Westside 86 Jokers page on Facebook. By the way, Facebook timelined me yesterday. Fuck. No, it's not. No, it's great for you. What was I talking about?
Mitt Romney as Richie Rich.
Mitt Romney, you know what? Just embrace being rich. You're rich. You're super rich. The problem with trying to be president is now you have to convince a bunch of poor people that you know what they're caring about. You don't give a fuck about them if you're rich, right? You shouldn't. If I was rich, I wouldn't give a fuck about poor people. And that's the thing that drives me crazy is when everybody's like, oh my God, Mitt Romney, he's such a stooge, he's so rich, and he doesn't care about the poor. No, he doesn't, because he's rich. He doesn't give a fuck about you people. Why should he? Why should he care? He's got billions and billions. He doesn't want to come in contact with you. That's why it's so creepy and awkward when he tries to win votes, and he has to actually go talk to real people. And they're like, hey, how's it going, Mitt? And they put their hand out, and he has that fucking blink in his head for just a second because he doesn't know how to shake hands with poor people. He has no idea. He has no idea how rich people shake hands because he's been hanging out with rich people in the Illuminati. I'm sure they got some weird fucking thing where their eyelashes link and they do a retinal scan in each other's head. I mean, rich people have a different way of greeting themselves. And I'm looking forward to it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, when I get my Richie Rich suit and my fucking pirate doubloon fork and I get to go to the secret meeting with the Masons. Be just me and all the guys who run the press and everything else. Just like, yes, we one of us. They'll like swear me in. All right. I don't know why they would do that. Why would the rich people use the same thing that the freaks used? I have no clue. Doesn't make any sense. But that's what rich people do. Because, rich people like imagination. They don't need imagination. They're fucking rich. They pay people to have imagination. Every rich person has an imagination counselor on deck, 24 hours a day. They'll walk in a room, they look around, they're like, what is that? What should I do in here? And boom, they snap their fingers. The imagination counselor comes in and goes, you should sit down and relax. Done.
That's what the imagination counselor.
Sometimes. Sometimes he decorates an entire house. Sometimes he tells you what to do in that house. Look, if you're on call as an imagination counselor and they snap their fingers, you just come in the room and they say, what do I do? You tell them something.
It's true.
I would. But my goal is not to be an imagination counselor on payroll, folks. My goal is to have an imagination counselor on payroll. I don't want to think. I don't want to fucking come up with shit anymore. I want to walk around in short pants with a fork, eating other people's food all over the world. Yes. Except Brazil. But Mitt Romney, it kills me when he has to go talk to people and he makes that awkward face because he has no idea how to deal with real people at all. And even worse, there's people who want to support him to be president. Like, oh yeah, that's the guy I want. You bullshit motherfuckers. Everybody, any one of you who for years told me that George Bush was the kind of guy you wanted to have a beer with, and so that's why you were able to vote for him. You're like, yeah, he seems like he's a guy like me. I'm able to support that. And I was like, I don't want a guy like me. I'm a dumb fuck. I don't want me in office. But see, I don't want just the opposite of me as in rich. I want the opposite of me as in smart and cares. That's what I want. Because now all you guys who are like, oh yeah, I liked Bush. He seemed like the kind of guy I could have a beer with. And now you're like supporting Romney. Do you really think you can have a beer with Romney? Really? Really? You sit down, you pour him like a fucking Allagash White, and he fucking opens up like a chest hole and pours it in there. He's rich. They're different from you and I. Not I for long. Once I win the Powerball, forget it. Fuck you people. This show's going to be completely different. It'll just be me clanking a fork on the microphone and chewing strange food. Bing, bing, bing. Everything I hold dear is gone once I become rich. I flip the fucking script on all of you people. I'll eat on the air. That's all I'll do. I won't even talk. It'll just be like, just me. And you have to guess what I'm chewing. Holy shit, that's a new show. That's for the Mike Schmidt Podcasting Network. Well, we had the drinking show where the two guys had to guess. That was the beverage podcast. But then what if there was a show where I just chewed and you had to guess what it was? Oh my God, I'm creating. Write it down. I'll go ahead and form my own. Look, I have to get my own podcast network up and running soon because I am being priced out of the fucking market, folks. I don't know if you've noticed. Between Earwolf and fucking Kevin Smith and Adam Carolla, and now what's this new one we fucking saw today? We were looking at the LA Podfest, and Lily, she looks and she's like, who are the Moving Man men? I go, that's Al Madrigal. He's fucking hysterical. And then she clicks on it and she goes to their website and she's like, they're in the All Comedy Network. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. And she goes, yeah, they're about to put in Eddie Pepitone's podcast and Bill Burr. I'm like, wait a minute, another podcast mafia has sprung up out of the ashes? When the coming podcast wars happen, folks, and they will. As shows are just colliding into one another and someone gets a trident in the chest and Bill Burr is dead and the fucking Earwolf guys are trying to make it happen, but the Sklars wind up dead in a bomb. Once all the horses explode for all of the podcasters throughout the world, you're going to be happy you kept it indie with Mike Schmidt. That's right. You don't want to get roped into some bullshit podcasting League of America. Fuck that. Keep it indie with Mike Schmidt. And I'm indie as in individual, as in fucking alone. I am not linked up with a bunch of other indie podcasts under the, hey, we're all indie. Fuck that. I'm me. I'm fucking Clint Eastwood with a goddamn poncho and a cigar in my mouth. Alone. Man with no fucking name. I don't need partners. I don't need anybody. I'm Nick Nolte in 48 Hours. We ain't partners, we ain't comrades, and we ain't friends. All right, it's like it's comrades. Nick Nolte wouldn't say comrades. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull 48 Hours dialogue right out of my head. It's from 82, folks. Back off. I'm mentally sizing myself for short pants. I can't fucking concentrate on movie trivia. Oh, son of a bitch. But when people like they expect Mitt Romney, then they're like supporting him. Like, yeah, I can go with that. Why can you go with that guy? Have you always wished to be governed by robots? Is that what it is? Have you always longed for the cold embrace of a fucking cyborg to hold you close and destroy your income possibilities and steal all of your money, siphoning off your Medicare for the future? They are setting you up for the dystopian future. Now, especially with Paul Ryan, this guy, that's the thing, is like, everybody's like, well, he's going to whack Medicare. And then everybody's like, no, he's not. ... Yet. That's the thing, yet. Because old people now, if you're old now, you're fine. But it's in like 2015 and 2020 is when they start fucking culling the herd and start making old people die. Now, look, as we all know, I don't care about old people that much. I think old people should get away with whatever the fuck they want. They should get free quarters and free soup. Like I said, that's my plan for old people. Free quarters and free soup. That's, I think, a lot better than killing them en masse, right? En masse? I don't know how you pronounce it. Jesus Christ. He picked Paul Ryan this weekend. And again, how proud is he of that when he picks it at like 1 a.m. on a Friday? And then he's like, hey, let's get together on Saturday and tell people about it on a boat. What? Nobody cares. But then people are like, what a solid choice. You ruined everything. You've ruined everything. The only thing you had going for you was this elitist I love the rich thing. And now you bring in Paul Ryan and he just confirms it. He goes ahead and mails it in. He put the stamp on the envelope and you dropped it right into the fucking blue box. Bullshit. Rich people don't use the fucking postal service. They call in their mail counselor and they send him out there on a fucking horse and he runs around. Because it's like, we eliminated the Pony Express because it wasn't efficient. No, bullshit. We eliminated the Pony Express because only the rich can deliver their letters via the horse. And they have super horses. They've bred super horses to deliver their mail just as quickly as the United States Postal Service. I don't know if you know that, folks. The rich use a complicated system of horses that have been supercharged and bred just to deliver mail as quickly as the United States Postal Service. We'll all be privy to this once our windfall comes. Although I don't know if I can ride a super horse when I've got fucking short pants on. Oh, that seems like a lot of chafing involved. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. The rich don't chafe. The rich, once you become rich, you get a transfusion and your blood is swapped out for lotion. to keep you moist at all times. You notice there's no rich people who are ashy. There's no ashy rich people. By the way, if I'm Richie Rich, I'm marrying a stripper named Ashy Rich. Oh, the idol Ashy Rich. All right. Actually, her name will just be Ashy, but then will she become Ashy Rich once she marries me? I already have a wife, by the way. I don't know how that works. Again, I'm rich. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Who cares? I'll buy Utah, and I'll fucking marry a bunch of strippers, and we'll all live there. And then Karen can be my imagination counselor. That's all she wants to be. She doesn't want to be my wife. She wants to become my imagination counselor. And I'll buy her a supercharged horse, and she can go deliver my mail while I'm banging strippers all over Utah, which I just purchased. God damn, I cannot wait to remove thongs with a gold doubloon fork. I'm not even going to use my hands anymore. I may have my hands removed and just have one gold pirate doubloon fork put on for my right hand. God damn it, I love this idea. Make me rich. Don't you want these things to come to fruition? Imagine the adventures I would have to tell you about. As I sat here and banged on the microphone with a fork and chewed. And you would have to interpret it. You know what? If I'm rich, I hire all of my listeners interpretation counselors. And they would fucking go ahead and tell you what I was saying with a banging fork and a chewing mouth. Make me rich. Running for president when you're rich. God damn it. I don't understand it. Who wants to fix anything? Who wants to change anything? You're rich. You can do whatever the fuck you wanted. So you want to be yelled at for 4 years by John Boehner? Get the fuck out of here. I don't get it. I never understand, like, rich people are like, because, you know, Bill Gates, look, you want to be philanthropists or whatever the fuck, and you want to go ahead and give money to people to do things, that's fine, as long as you retain your riches for yourself when the uprising happens. I mean, I'm not saying don't help anybody. What I'm saying is don't take a job. You're rich, man. Don't get a fucking job. Mitt Romney wants a job. He's literally on a job interview right now for the next 6 months, and it's a job interview where they just beat the shit out of you. And my favorite part is he refuses to participate in it. Hey, let us see your tax returns. Nope. Which, again, works great if you're rich, because if you're rich, you don't have to do fucking shit. But if you're trying to get the poor people to support you, you need to, unfortunately, do some of the things that you expect the poor people to do. He fucking grabbed Paul Ryan to be his vice president, and Paul Ryan had to show him his tax returns. And again, if you're rich, you're above it. You're above the, you can do whatever you want. I'm serious. If you're rich, you do whatever you want because you have all the money. You get to do whatever you, and if someone says do something, you go no. Unless you're trying to get a job that, unfortunately, people have to vote for you to do. Then you've got to fucking play the game a little bit, don't you? Apparently not. Mitt Romney's well, he's going to get, and it's so funny. I have people who are like worried. I have, you know, friends who love Obama and they're Democrats and whatever, and they're like, oh my God, it's going to be close. I don't trust this country. I have news for you, and I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to go on record. I did this once before podcasts. And I cannot tell you how annoyed people were when I would call them at home. That's what I did. In 2004, I just called everybody and said shit. But I'm completely serious. And I tell you this Mitt Romney has no chance. He has no chance. None. And it's not even like, well, there could be a surprise or something could happen. I'm telling you, I think even if there's a terrorist attack, I think Obama still wins. Because I don't think people are stupid enough to vote for a guy who obviously hates them and holds them in contempt. I really don't. And here's the thing. What makes me laugh is they have such hate and contempt for Obama. That's why they would support a rich robot who has he doesn't care about them at all. It just seems weird. That's how crazy their hate is for Obama. They're willing to vote for Robert Patrick from the Terminator. It's like, why? Romney, he only became self-aware to run for president 8 years ago.
Oh, fuck.
And yet you support that. You know what, to be a favor, rent Children of Men. Watch Children of Men. Watch 28 Days Later. Watch any movie where there's, you know what, fucking look at pictures from the Mars rover. All of those are predictions of the future if Mitt Romney becomes president. It is. It's just going to be poor people working on a dirt farm and selling apples. That's it. And not even apples. They're actually going to spray paint dirt balls red and call them apples. And people will eat them and go, this is a delicious apple, because they don't want to convince themselves that they've ruined their lives by voting for the rich idiot who hated them. The guy, he's a robber baron who's going to strip mine this entire fucking country. And people are like, yes, that's great. Come on, anytime a guy comes out and he's like, I cannot wait to reverse the policies of this horrible president. Well, what are you going to do? Oh, just you watch. Literally, that's like his whole plan. Oh, put me in and you're not going to believe it. Such amazing changes. Okay, well, what's it going to be? Have I mentioned Obama's a jerk? I mean, it's like literally that's what he's running on. And the very fact that he's even close speaks to a ton of you motherfuckers that you're out there just like, yeah, Obama's a jerk. Hey, look, I'm not, and believe me, I'm not, yay, Obama. I mean, I don't give a fuck, all right? I burn it all down as far as I'm concerned. I told you, everybody's like, think globally, act locally. I told you, I think no further than 2 feet in either direction. Because I got 60 grand in credit card debt, and it is not going anywhere until I fucking pay it. And President Obama doesn't give a shit about that. Believe me, I'm just like you. Whenever I hear the economy is a little screwed up and then I see President Obama's talking about the Olympics and the Chicago Bulls, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You at least, like I said, Romney's at least got to give the appearance that he cares about poor people. President Obama needs to at least give the appearance of concern about what's going on. Just a little bit. And he does. That's what I'm saying. Because then he'll give a speech and you're like, wow, holy shit, that guy does care. But then the next day, he's greeting some hockey team at the fucking White House and shooting the puck around the Rose Garden for like 9 hours. It's like, dude, I understand if you want to meet them and say hello. Let's not have a pickup game until dark when mom calls you in.
Oh my god.
Literally, I get whenever Obama has a sports team over, I expect him to go, hey, you guys want to hang out and go to the gym? I got a gym downstairs. And then they're going to play pickup hoops until his mom misses spaghetti's ready. Fix the country. Quit playing hoops with the Bulls. But then again, I'd rather have that. And that's another thing. People are like, oh, man, I would have a beer with Bush. And then they're like, I like Romney. Dude, all right, let's put out the beer test. Who would you rather have a beer with test? Obama or Romney? Is there even a contest? Is it even a contest? Obama greets sports teams and then he wants to hang out with them. Romney, I don't think he can, like if you gave him a baseball, he would first of all, his cyborg eye would peer through it to see what was inside of it to make sure it was not a threat of any kind. And then he would give you a speech about Haiti. Like, I mean, it's just because he's so programmed to do stupid shit. He did a thing, he showed up in Cuba yesterday. I read this and look, I wouldn't know this. And again, this is not on him, but it just goes to show you why he should never talk to poor people. He was in Florida and Little Cuba, which by the way is Florida. I don't even know if there's a, so I read that they're like, he was in Little Cuba in Florida. I'm like, no, Florida is Little Cuba. They're actually thinking of changing the fucking name to Little Cuba. So he goes there, and I guess some Cuban dudes asked him to go to like a fucking juice house or something. I don't know. The stupid shit they make presidential people do. He can't just show up and talk policy. They're like, hey, you want to have some milk? You know what I mean? It's like he has to engage in the local color and the flavor of the local culture, and nobody gives a shit. Nobody. But he has to do it because if he wants those people to vote for him, he's got to go, yes, why, I've milked a cow once. Ha, 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 dumb. And then his robot hands rip the teats off the cow, and the cow screams in pain. So which is a metaphor for what he's going to do to this country, folks. You vote Romney into office, and he's going to get his robot hands around the teats of this country, and he's going to rip them off while we scream in pain. By the way, if there is still a cow when Obama's through with us, I don't even know. He may have given the cow away to the Muslims because he's a secret one. You're aware of that, right? He is a secret Muslim, which that's one of my favorite things of all time. I love the idea of secret Muslim. I love the idea of him wearing a suit every day of his life until he gets into the White House secret Muslim room, and then he tears off his clothes, and he's got a dashiki on, and he puts out a prayer rug. Ha ha! Secret Muslim on the case! And I told you this. I think I've said it on here before. I wish he was a Muslim. Here's what I want Obama to do. Seriously, this is my hope because I love chaos. I want him to win the election, and on the night that he's elected, and he's like, "Haha, I'm the champion," and he goes to give his speech. I want him to come out dressed in like a fez and a fucking dashiki with that weird like cowtail thing they use to slap flies off themselves, and he gives his whole fucking acceptance speech in Swahili. Just do that. And say the right thing. Say, I love this country and we're moving forward, but just do it in that outfit with the Swahili. Not like I'm taking this country down from the inside, but just freak them all out with your fucking crazy costume and speak Swahili. What if he'd spent this entire first 4 years learning Swahili just for that moment? I'm voting for him just on the off chance that's true. Just on the off chance he comes out to accept in a fucking dashiki and a fez and speak Swahili for the entire time. Just to see the looks on the white people freaking out as they stockpile ammunition for the next 4 hours. God damn it, that'd be awesome. Oh, Jesus. What was I saying? I was saying something.
Yeah. Oh, he went down to Little Cuba.
Oh, dude. So fucking, yeah, Romney goes to Little Cuba. And then these dudes walk up to him and they're trying to get him to go to I don't know, like a Cuban Jamba Juice. I don't know, Cuba Juice, whatever the fuck. and they wanted him to Havana juice. Ha ha ha. So they said to him like they said, "Hey, do you like?" And I'm never going to get it right. All right, but it was something like, "Do you like? Hey, come on down. We've got guba gagave and wangavega, which are like 2 Cuban vegetables or whatever the fuck. It might have been 2 Cuban midgets. I don't know what the fuck it was. But that's the point. If you're running for president, don't put yourself in a position where 2 laymen can come up and start babbling Cuban words in your face, and you got to agree or disagree with what they're saying, because they said we've got kababa and gubababa. Do you like those? They throw that in his face. Now, here's the thing: if you're a real person and someone says that to you, you just go, I have no idea what those are, but I'm willing to try. Let's head over there, right? It's that easy. It's that fucking easy. Because you know that they're not going to do anything to harm, there's press everywhere and all that. So it's just have a moment of ignorance. It's okay, because you don't know every Cuban fruit or whatever the fuck they are coming after you with. Just have one moment where you're a real person, where you just go, dude, I have no idea what those are, but they sound great. Let's go. But give me a bowl of it. You know what I mean? Just like that. Enthusiasm and fun. And that's all they want. But instead, because he's a fucking robot, and I guarantee that, look, when I tell you what he said, you're going to, whatever, who cares? This is what he said. He goes, I like mango and papaya and guava. That's what Mitt Romney said, which I guess it's not that bad a response, except for when you realize the fact that he just walked off like a campaign bus. So you know that some flack in a sweat-drenched suit grabbed him by the elbow and went, these monkeys like papaya and guava and fucking mango. Remember that. It's important. You know that. You know that. It's not like I'm sure his robot mind didn't conjure up 3 tropical fruits at once. Come on. I mean, some flack grabbed him and went, remember to mango and papaya and guava the shit out of these people, all right? That's what they understand in Little Cuba. You don't love Castro, you love papaya. Get out there and wow him, Mitt! He roboted off the fucking bus. He got over there to talk to the Cuban dudes. He shook their hands and the smile formed on his face. And they said, do you like guava da and woo-ba-ba-ba-ba? And then he went, I like mango and papaya and guava. And everybody laughed. Because it was so obvious that he was trying to connect on a human level, even though he's not a human being. And 2, because mango is slang for pussy in Little Cuba. And apparently the flack on the bus didn't know that. So he told the presidential candidate to say, I like pussy and papaya and guava, when he walked up to the Cuban dudes. And the best part is the one Cuban dude just goes, we've got plenty of mangoes over there. Like, it's just like, and everybody's laughing, haha, and then they had a dance and a high five, and then they shot an effigy of Castro, and they all had fun. I don't know what they did. It's Little Cuba. I'm not there. But it just shows you why you shouldn't try to connect with other people. If just be rich, just fucking stride off the bus. Literally, the bus should pull off, and he should get off on a horse. Like, I mean, that should be that rich. He should be that fucking rich. He should have a bus pull up, and then it opens up the sides, and he walks off on a horse, and he's in just like a fucking Teddy Roosevelt outfit. And they're like, why are you dressed like that? And he's like, bully. That's all he says the whole time. Bully. Everybody's like, why are you doing this? Bully. And then he walks away, gets on his horse, and gets on the bus and drives away. And then everybody goes, that's a guy I'd like to have a beer with.
You're listening to The 40-Year-Old Boy, and coming up, everything's liquid on... where the stands for guessing.
All right, I'm going to go. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Do it. Soy sauce. Salsa. Salsa? Good. It sounded a little
Good.
chunky.
No, good.
Is salsa really okay?
Your turn, man.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry. I got to get ready. Hold on.
Don't let me see the label. Soy milk.
No.
Bosco?
Again, no.
Cake batter.
I got it. What kind of cake?
Lemon.
Yellow, exactly, dude. Nice job.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I got one, right?
Let's do it. Cough syrup, Robitussin.
You're right.
I got it. Okay.
You're right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, hurry up.
Hold on.
I'm getting sleepy.
Ow.
Is it cake batter again?
Ow.
Oh, hot coffee.
Yeah, hot coffee.
Sorry.
Spit or swallow? The age-old question answered on... only on the Mike Schmidt Podcasting Network.
I win.
I was talking about something before we went off onto something else. Well, there's a few things I have to talk about. Folks, I need a ruling. I need a ruling out of you. Well, maybe not all of you. All right, hold on. Let's throw this out to my gay audience. All right? I need a ruling from my gay audience. And you're out there, folks. I hear from them long and strong. That seems weird. Proud and strong? Long and proud? I don't know. You don't have to be gay to be long and proud. However, I can tell you if you're long and proud, the gays would like a word with you. All right? This is going to get me in trouble, this segment. I know it is already. But I have to throw it out there. I have to ask a question. Everyone knows that Chicken House is trouble for gays. All right? We all know that. Chick-fil-A. All right? I'll just say it. I can't even say the name. It's the name that should not even be spoken, folks. If you've ever had a cock in your mouth, you don't want the words Chick-fil-A in your mouth ever again. Wait, well, that doesn't apply to me. Hold on. Wait a minute. I got to rethink that rule. Well, that means I can discuss it all I want. All right, never mind. I don't want to offend you is my point. But buckle up because I'm probably going to. But I have to ask a question. I reach out to my gay audience. And again, all of you can chime in. I'm welcome to hear all of your opinions, but please know that the gay opinions will be weighted much more strongly. This is a gay issue. If you're not gay, you know what? Do me a favor, unplug. Stop listening right now, non-gayers. You can take your iPod vagina should get unplugged and relax and come back because I'll get to a different part and you'll be able to jump right in. Well, then you can't go away. Oh, I'm not on radio. God damn it! I keep forgetting I'm not on radio. Actually, no. I mean, I remember I'm not on radio because every time I get my pay envelope, there's nothing in it. Although not that far different from radio these days, quite frankly. But you can also tell I'm not on radio because every second of my broadcast, you're not waiting to hear the keys on Van Nuys jingle. Which those of you who are not in California don't care about that. I just threw that in there right now for my friend Toby. Because I went to, I did Paul Goebel's podcast on Monday. Did I mention that already? I may have. Paul Goebel did a live podcast on Monday. It's available now if you go to the Paul Goebel Show in iTunes. You can go ahead and download that show and hear me and Jim Bruce and Paul Goebel and Tom Griffin talking about Matthew Perry and his weird head. But we did a live show, and then a couple of listeners to this particular show, our friends Jason and Toby, came down, and they texted me because they have my number, folks, because they're friends of mine. And they texted me a note. Jason and his girlfriend Lily, yes, Lily, but 2 L's, Lilli, at Jason's house. That's where you can get Lily. If you want to write Lily a personal note, you can write her at Lilli at Jason's house. So Jason and Toby have come to see me. All right, Jason and Lily, and I think, well, Toby couldn't come to Denver, whatever. They've seen me in Denver. They've seen the one man in San Francisco. I actually went to breakfast with Toby and Lily and Jason and a bunch of other people in San Francisco. I talked about that on here. But they came down to the show on Monday, and they texted me, and they're like, hey, are you doing anything after? And they've come to see me a few times in LA. They come from Orange County, and they saw me at the M Bar, bombed miserably one night. Holy shit. They saw me do well one night, I think. That could be a lie. You'd have to ask them. If you want to get them, you can get them at. But yeah, they will tell you. But anyway, so the bottom line is we did the Goebel show, and then I have avoided going out with them like 3 or 4 times when they come to Hollywood because I've had other things to do. I either had to get home and start writing stuff, or I had to meet other people or hang out with other comics, and I've been remiss and not able to go out with them. But this time I was like, fuck that. Karen actually had dropped me off at the theater, so she was picking me up. So I texted her, I go, you want to eat with a couple of guys from the show? She's like, yeah, so cool. And we went to Fuku Burger, which is right around the corner from the theater where we played at the IO West. Fuku Burger, by the way, I'm on board. Because I think I've talked about here, there's all these fucking fancy burger joints out here now, like Umami Burger and Juicy Burger, and they're all, it's basically an excuse to charge you for a $10 hamburger. That's the whole joint. But Fuku Burger came onto my radar because with anti-gay chicken house, well, I can say, we've established I can say the name, Chick-fil-A. I apologize. Why won't I even say the name? Once Chick-fil-A went into the tank, they were doing this thing where everybody's like, hey, do you still like chicken sandwiches? We've got other places you can go, which cracks me up because, like, literally, you cannot walk 5 feet without tripping over a chicken sandwich in a major city in America. Any fucking restaurant you want to go to has a chicken. They are abusing chickens in ways you've heretofore unseen in many of these places. There's nuggets, there's strips, there's a chicken fucking doorstop, a chicken milkshake. If you want chicken, there's no end to the places you can get it. I don't need a list from Zagat telling me where to get chicken now because Anti-Gay Chicken House is off. They're on my shit list. But still, so whatever. It just seemed funny to me that they had a list of chickens that you can go eat that are better. So or that are gay friendly, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's maybe it was 9 gay friendly chickens. Which you can tell because the chicken will his strut is that much different, and he's more proud, and he's got his chest puffed out. Oh my God, chickens are proud. Gay chickens are super proud. Chickens who support gays are proud. We're all proud. This Fuku burger, it supposedly had one of the top 10 chicken sandwiches in Los Angeles. So, and it's got, panko crust on it and all. And so we went to Fuku Burger. You don't care. Nobody cares. Well, no, actually, everybody cares. I care. So it was me and Jason and Toby and Karen, and we ordered food. And what was funny is I went with Karen once I saw the list of chicken houses, and they were like, this is a good chicken house to go to. So I said, all right, let's go try it. So then we went, and I ordered a chicken sandwich, and then Karen got a tamago burger, which they're a Japanese-influenced place. So basically, it was a hamburger with a teriyaki glaze, a wasabi mayo, crispy onion strings, and a fried egg on top. And we got fuku fries, and all these stupid names. You're like, I don't want to order these stupid names. And the funny thing is, it's right on Cahuenga Boulevard, like in between Hollywood and Sunset, and it's open till 3 in the morning. So you picture every drunk idiot going, I need fuck you fries, ha ha ha, and the wait staff trying to quit because they want to murder everyone. But they have fuku fries, and I will tell you this, the fries were awesome because they had garlic and takarashi salt. I think I've talked about takarashi salt on here. There's a place I go to called Roy's Hawaiian Fusion, and I don't know why I presented Hawaiian as if it were a question. That's in the title of the restaurant. I just went Roy's Hawaiian Fusion. No, it's Roy's Hawaiian Fusion. That's what it's called. I'm not making up the name right here on the fly. Roy's Hawaiian Fusion? And what would I be confused with? What is it? Roy's Samoan Fusion? No, it's Hawaiian Fusion. You've eaten there a million fucking times. It's a nice place. My buddy Woj used to go all the time when he was at work, and in Vegas he almost brought me once, and then Karen used to go too. She went for work. So they dragged me, and it's fucking amazing. And they have edamame that you can order, and it has tagarashi salt on it, which is like this real savory salt, but they also mix it with sugar. At Roy's, it's tagarashi salt and sugar on edamame, and it's addicting. Like, you'll eat the whole bowl of edamame and you won't even blink. Well, we went to fucking Fuku Burger, and Jesus Christ, the worst ever place to use fucking as a placeholder in the history of this show. Fucking Fuku Burger. We went to Fuku fucking Burger. Now I'm the guy. Now I'm the douchebag at 3 in the morning. Hey, fuck you, fries. Fired. Out. Quit. Fired. Why do you fire a customer? You can't fire a customer. He doesn't have a job there. All right, so. But the waitress had quit if you said Fuku Burger or Fuck You Burger. Jesus, get out of this loop. Slap me. Just slap me. I give you permission to slap me when this shit happens again, where I just fucking wind up in a spiral. So.
Do it on air?
Yeah, okay. I'm dead serious. I told that story on here, right? I had the strippers slap me.
Jesus.
I had to tell that story. Yeah. I just looked at her and I go, fucking hit me. And she's like, what? And I go, just hit me, blast me. I don't give a fuck. Just jack me right now. Because I want to make my friends laugh. And they did. Oh, she blast. Oh, man. I saw light. Like, my eyes went kind of like pinholes a little bit because she slapped the shit out of me, man. It was fucking awesome. She wound up like a motherfucker. It's mohawk. Because I picked the suicide girl. You don't fucking, I can't ask some dainty girl to slap me. I asked the suicide girl, and she almost punched me in the face. Like, she's like, wait, I got to put my rings on. It was like that bad. But I fucking loved it because it got the attention of the entire fucking room. It was so great. I've told that story on here. Go buy year whatever. Year 2, I think. I don't know when I told that story. That was at Big Al's in Peoria. All right, so it was me, Brian Noonan, Marge Takis. Yeah, and Marge was Marge is great. All right, so never mind. Who cares? Everybody cares. The fuck was I talking about? Takarashi salt. It's very easy to go from condiments to getting slapped by a stripper on the show. I'm the only show, by the way, that can do that. I'm the only show that can take you from Roy's Hawaiian Fusion and with Tagarashi salt into getting slapped by a stripper. I'm the only one. Make me rich. How much better will these stories be if I was rich? Jeez, I do all this stupid shit poor. If I was rich, oh my God, imagine the dumb shit I'd do. Hey, I raped a king this weekend. What? That's right. I went to Sweden and raped their king. And stabbed him in the eye with a gold pirate doubloon fork. Yeah! Pulled up my short pants and flew out of town. Hopped on my super-powered horse, rode it into my plane, and flew out of the country. And he was happy I did it, because I came dollar signs all over his back. All right. So, anyway, folks. That's when you know you've truly made it. You're just firing dollar signs out of your cock. So, where were we?
This Roy's Hawaiian.
Hawaiian Fusion?
Yeah.
All right, good.
No, it's Fucky Burger.
Fuku Burger. So we went there. And so Karen and I went, and I ordered the chicken sandwich. We got the fugu fries, and like I said, I get the chicken sandwich. It's got crack sauce. They call it crack sauce, and cabbage. Like there's cabbage on it, and it's tempura kind of with a panko crust. And I described Karen's hamburger, didn't I? I'm sorry. I was busy raping the king of Sweden, and I lost my place. That'll happen, folks. I'm sorry. When you commit sexual assault on a monarch, you will completely forget what you were talking about in the moment. All right. So I told you it was on Karen's fucking hamburger. So they bring us the food, and there's food. Oh, and I also ordered, because I'm there. Look, this is what I do, because I'm fat, folks. Let's talk about how fat I am still in my brain. I will go to a restaurant, and I'm like, well, I may never come here again. Let's get all of the things that we want to try, because we may never come back. So it's like I eat like a restaurant critic. That's exactly what I do. I order a ton of shit at once just so I can review the fucking place and decide whether or not I'm going to come back. It's ridiculous. And it's a burger joint. They had fucking pork belly skewers as an appetizer. And I ordered a fugu burger for Karen, the tamago burger. I got me the chicken sandwich. How many times am I going to tell you what I ordered? Holy shit. That's a guy talking a lot about one restaurant order. Man, oh man. I get into a lot of spirals, but very rarely have I been in one where I just kept recounting to you the things that I ordered without ever telling you if they showed up or not. This has been driven so far into your brain. In 10 episodes, I'm going to actually have a quiz, like a contest. And if you can tell me what I ordered at Fuku Burger, I will give you a download set. Jesus Christ. Snap the fuck out of it. Nobody cares what you ordered. Everybody cares. Everybody cares what I ordered. But they know. Everybody knows. You don't know. Yes, and everybody knows. All right. So, we had this... so stupid. So I ordered the pork belly skewers come, and they weren't that great. They were just, even though it's pork belly, you're just like, wow, that'll be awesome, but it was crispy and it wasn't good. I don't need that again. I mean, it's Fuku Burger. Get a burger. So they bring our food, and they have crack sauce, which is what it comes with the fries, and then it's on my chicken sandwich. And we were trying to figure out what it was, but it was very piquant sauce. If you know what piquant. I don't know. I'm having a problem with the words today, folks. Piquant. No, come on. I'm in a piquant spiral. Oh Jesus, that's a tangy spiral. God damn, that's a tangy spiral. All right, piquant. You pronounce the Q. Yeah. It was very piquant, this sauce. So they bring the sandwiches, and Karen gets her hamburger, and I get my chicken sandwich. And I bite my chicken sandwich. And guess what, folks? It's a fucking chicken sandwich. That's what it is. It's a chicken sandwich. So what? I didn't ask you how it felt about NAFTA. I mean, I wasn't sure how it felt about gay rights, but it was a decent enough chicken sandwich. I don't know if that's one of the 10 best. I got to start eating the others because it was just okay. It was a chicken sandwich. That's what it was. Meanwhile, Karen picks up her hamburger and bites it and makes a face that I have never seen her make unless I was under the table going down on her. Literally, that was the... I mean, she made this face, and she floated away on a cloud. Like, you ever see those commercials where if I bite into a York peppermint patty, I'm on a mountaintop or whatever the fuck? That's where she went. She went somewhere. I have never seen that face on her unless I was looking up. I'm not kidding. Seriously. She bit that hamburger. She instinctually pulled my hair. She pulled my hair the entire meal. She just grabbed a handful of my hair and yanked it. Didn't stop till the burger was gone. I'm like, all right. Yeah. So, and so she looked at me, she's like, you got to try this. And I bit it. And, yeah, no doubt. She was absolutely right. It was just, they shouldn't even call it the tamago burger. It should just be this is like oral sex. Remember oral sex? How great it was? That's this hamburger. That's long. That's probably long for the menu. All right. Why was I talking about Fuku Burger? Why did I get into that fucking... Oh, you know why? Because we went. So then the theater happened to be close. So I bring Toby and Jason. We're like, well, let's go. And we order food, and Karen gets a tamago burger, and Toby gets a tamago burger. And Jason gets a bacon burger because Jason only eats pork with every... Like, he demands pork with every meal. Like, you know those guys on Epic Mealtime on YouTube? They like Jason would laugh in their face because he's probably eaten more bacon than all of them combined. It's like retarded. He's wearing a shirt that said lard or something. I am just... He's that guy, you know what I mean? Like he would be happy on Survivor just because there were feral pigs that he could eat. Like that would be his whole. He doesn't even give a shit about winning the contest. He'd just be like, what is this, an all-you-can-eat pig buffet for weeks and weeks? And I don't have to wear pants? He already has the beard for Survivor. Jason's got a crazy-ass beard. And then he donated to Kickstarter, and when Mex painted us, I was hanging from his beard from a tree. So Jason had to get a bacon burger, of course, because that's who he is. And then Karen looks at me, and she goes, you should get the chicken sandwich. I'm like, well, no, I want a hamburger. And she's like, well, you can split my burger, but get the chicken sandwich because I want a bite. I'm like, all right. Because it was a good chicken sandwich. And then I got it. She had like one bite. Like, she had none of it. Meanwhile, she fucking ate the burger and made faces at everybody all goddamn night long. And the whole point of this that I was telling you is because I went to dinner with Toby and Jason, and Toby was telling me about how he listens to only podcasts exclusively. Because we got to talking about last week on Never Not Funny, Phil Hendry was on. And when I first moved to California, I discovered Phil Hendry on the radio, and I could not stop listening to him. Like, I was going to and from stand-up all the time listening to him, but then even in the house, I would turn him on and listen because it was amazing. And I wondered how he was on Never Not Funny, so I asked those guys how he was. They said he was great. And Toby was like, yeah, I used to listen to Phil Hendry. I didn't even know he existed anymore because I've gotten so into podcasts. I said, well, he's got his own podcast. He goes, I've never listened. He said, then I heard he was on Never Not Funny, and I found out about it. He said he was tired of radio because of commercials and all that stuff. And I said, well, that's good because, on podcasts, obviously there's no commercials, except for this week when I'm going to be sponsored by Keys on Van Nuys. And he was like, thanks for putting that in my head. Thanks. That's why I stopped listening to radio, you dumb fuck. Furious at me. And then to the point where he actually posted it on Facebook like 2 hours later. I still have keys on my eyes. He said, thanks to the guy who put it in my head. Because again, folks, I've talked about it on here. It is the most obnoxious brain worm, earworm you will find because it's a car dealership here called Keys. And it just starts out. It's always the most simple ones. It's like 588-2300 Empire. You'll remember that to the day you fucking die because it's just so simple. By Menon. You'll remember that forever. And so keys on Van Nuys. It's 7 fucking words, 7 syllables, whatever the fuck, and it just right in your head. 7 syllables? Yeah, 7 syllables. So, but I throw that in here now 9 times so Toby can hear it again for real. Everybody else, go ahead and ignore it. That was just for Toby. Depeche Mode for Cody. Keys on Van Nuys for Toby. I don't know what I'm going to do for Moby. I'll dance. Because I can move, folks. All right. I had a point. Didn't I have a point? The fuck was I talking about? We went to the Burger House.
You did Paul Goebel's show.
I did.
And you went to dinner with them.
Right, but I talked about Fuku Burger for a reason.
Because Karen had an orgasm sandwich.
That she did. Order it, folks. And I folks. Chicken sandwiches. So.
Chicken said yes.
Yes. So I need a vote. I need to hear from you people. I need a ruling. From all of you, but mainly from my gay friends. If there are any of you left after I raped the King of Sweden. Chick-fil-A, as we all know, they don't care for the gays. They like to make chicken, and they like to suppress human rights. We all know this, right? That's what I've heard. That's what I've been told. That's what protesters have said from hither and yon. By the way, hither and yon, a gay couple that are friends with Lily. They're at the teas every week. So I'd eaten at Chick-fil-A a couple of times when they came to town before this controversy raged. And I like it. I must admit, I like the chicken sandwich. It's got it's chicken sandwich and pickles. Lily hates them because, but she hates them. She hated them before it was cool to hate them. Like, that's the weirdest thing, because she lived in Florida and she worked in she owned a tanning salon. And
It wasn't a tanning salon. It was
what'd you own? A nail
a
salon?
nail
So- I was off by one fucking word. I love the fact that you're laughing at it like I'm a crazy person. It's not a tanning salon, stupid. It's a nail salon. Oh, I'm sorry.
completely different.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. You
It would be hard to get a manicure at a tanning salon.
But conversely, it is not going to be very difficult to get a tan in a manicuring salon.
No, it is. Anyway.
You know what? Open a combination. Someone climbs in a tanning bed and just sticks their arm out and you do their nails. Holy shit, it's brilliant. I just gave somebody...
Cancer and they have white hands.
Yes, good. Done. What do you care? You got their lucrative green, their long money. Or they're long money and they're lucrative green? Or they're long green and they're lucrative money? Or they're filthy lucre? You got all of it. And they soon die. They die off. And it keeps your customers coming in. Cigarettes know the case. They give your people cancer, but people keep giving it. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Cigarettes. I don't know. Stupid. So, folks. So Lily owned a nail salon, and all of her employees, these that she got from the local prisons, right? They weren't nice people, right? I thought that's what you said.
They were fine people.
They were lovely. All right, so, so they would always want to eat at Chick-fil-A, and they ate there every day, and
We
then.
were right next to it. I smelled it all day long, except for Sunday when they were closed.
And that was the thing is they would even on Sunday she said that the people that worked there would bitch about how it wasn't open.
Yeah.
They would just bitch about Chick-fil-A
I
being.
can still smell it. I can still, just saying the words Chick-fil-A, I can smell the grossness.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not gross. It was pretty good.
When you drive by it, there's a distinct smell of dying chicken.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It's just, yeah, it's gross.
And and subjugation. It smells like subjugation. That's what it smells like when you're oppressing people, Lily. It smells like delicious chicken. But I know what you're talking about because and here's another story I've told a million times. But all you new people, this is it. You know what I am? I'm NBC in the summer. I'm new to you. It's new to me. All you hardcore people, I'm sorry. I apologize because I keep referencing shit that I know I've talked about. But I worked at a video store in Lake Tahoe a long time ago, a million years ago. I told this story. This might be a year one story. And there was a dude who would come in to the store and he would rent 15 pornos a day. Not even 15, that's high, 5. He probably went 5 pornos a day. And because you had a limit on how many you could take, 5 or 8. Look, folks, it's a long time ago. I don't remember the number of videotapes. He rented a shit ton of porn every day, okay? That was the point. But he would mosey back and he would go through the saloon doors and he would pull out whatever porn he could and he would come to the front. But this is why I bring him up now. He was a fry cook at like Denny's and he would come in his Denny's suit and he was unclean. You know, he looked like the sort of person you would imagine would be renting porno all the time. And obviously he was dubbing them and keeping his own porno collection at home, but he was balding on top, like really, and it was that he had look, if you're blonde, good for you, but you have no character or soul. But as a blonde, he had wispy blonde, like nothing worse than wispy, thinning blonde hair, and then he had a blonde mustache. Oh my God, shave your blonde mustache. Go facial hairless if you have a blonde mustache. It looks horrible, horrendous. It just looks like you've been drinking blonde milk. And it just left an impression on your lip. It's terrible. It just doesn't look good. So, or at least grow the beard and go full lumberjack. I mean, honestly, try to make something happen. Give your face some character. But he had the wispy blonde mustache with the wispy blonde hair on top. But he would come directly from work, and his hands were crusted with food. And he smelled like a grill, and a deep fryer. He would walk into the store. And not unlike Pigpen, he had a floating cloud of hash browns around him at all fucking times. And he reeked so bad. And he was a nice man, a very nice man, even though he was creepy as fuck renting all the pornos. And he didn't discriminate either. Like he rented bondage porn and gay porn and bisexual porn. I think we had one bisexual porn and one gay porn. He didn't care. He was dubbing them. Maybe he was selling them all. I have no idea what he did. But he would have egg yolk encrusted in his nails, and his hands were like filthy with food. Oh my God, it was so disgusting. But he smelled like what you're talking about, where you just walked in and you go, "You smell like cooking. Get out of my face. Horrible." Oh, are you okay?
I hit my
Your bad knee. Lily just hit her bad knee on the cocktail table. Ouch. Lily just hit her bad knee right into my jaw. Ow, that hurt. You okay?
Yeah,
All right. You want ice?
not yet.
Oh, Jesus. Am I going to have to call an ambulance or something? Okay. Yeah, you're all fragile. I don't know. I'm distracted now because your face is a grimace. It's a twisted rictus of pain. All right. So that was funny that she just banged her knee. Awful.
Hysterical.
Oh my God. It's the funniest moment of the show. What? You did it again? It just hurts. Oh, it's like
Hurts to laugh.
your knee hurts to laugh? Well, the knee bone is connected to the funny bone. That's what Herman Munster taught me. All right, slap me. I'm in a loop. Yeah. So,
I can't believe I just did
I can't either. Quite frankly, I can't either. That's fine. You know. Yeah. Yeah. I've said a lot of things. I said take your shirt off many times. Has that happened? No. I said take your pants off. I said do the show in a thong. I said a lot of things to you that you've just giggled and laughed and just let them slide off your back. But I tell you to slap me, and you do. You get up, you walk over to me on a bad fucking leg. That's the thing that's crazy. Like, you can't even fucking, you're in such pain, you're holding your knee, but you found the strength somehow to support yourself on that wobbly fucking limb and slap me in the fucking face.
Oh my God, it hurts to laugh.
Yeah.
I can't believe I did it.
No, I can't either. Quite frankly. Good for you. Maybe you'll do the rest of the stuff I've asked you to do during the show. I don't know if you heard that, folks. She slapped me in the face, walked over, and jacked me right in the face. And I didn't roll with it because in my head I'm like, well, she's not really going to slap me. And she did. You're lucky I'm not rich.
Would you like ice?
Yeah, no kidding. You are so lucky I'm not rich. I would stand up and stab you with my pirate gold doubloon fork. There's not a court in the land that would convict me. I have it on tape. I have the sound of you slapping me on tape. I would plunge my gold doubloon fork right into you. Get on my horse, get on the plane, and fly out of town.
Oh my God.
They'd come in and they'd say, I don't know what happened. Her face is covered in dollar signs.
Oh my God.
All right. Now that our mutual destruction society is concluded, and you can't walk and my face is numb. By the way, I should throw that out there, folks. I have a weird thing. My hand is numb, like the back of my hand, like literally this wide space right here. It's been numb for like 2 days. Like if you rub it, you can't feel it. The back of my right hand.
You're not rubbing your hand.
No, you're not getting close to me. Are you kidding me? You fucking stand up. I'm gonna turtle. I'm just going to go to a defensive shell and roll out of here like an armadillo. You fucking make a move. I'm diving for cover.
Oh my Christ.
I know you don't slap Eddie like that because you'd cut your hand on his fucking mustache.
I wouldn't. Oh my God.
Do I still have a handprint on my face?
No. You want me to try again?
You enjoying yourself?
It makes my knee feel better.
I'm sure it does. Oh, good for you.
Laughing is really endorphins.
Good. Well, I don't think... so do you need to slap me now to laugh? Is that what it is? We've gotten to that point in our relationship?
I'm laughing so hard. I have a cramp in my stomach.
All right. Well, should I let that roll? Are you going to be okay? All right, good. My face is hot. It's hot on that side. Karen does that all the time. We'll be in the car, and because it became a running joke where she'll put her hand up, and I was looking at her like kind of like in a daring, and she smacks me in the face.
Oh my God.
She'll slap me in traffic. Like, all right. My face is a big callus, folks. That was a hard folks. I usually just say folks, but that was a folks. I put the L in that one. So before you broke your kneecap and punched me in the face, where were we? Do you remember?
We were talking about the smell of Chick-fil-A.
Ah, that's right. So Lily hated it before it was cool to hate it because she was right next door to it and just her nostrils were filled. So I was talking about the guy at the video store guy. It's just I'm familiar with that smell. When I worked at Little Caesars, I would come home and we did our laundry, and you would wash it and with tons of soap and everything, and your clothes still smelled this weird smell because you worked in a pizza place. You know, that was just the way it was. So I'm familiar with what you're saying. But I like Chick-fil-A. I like the sandwiches. We went a couple of times, and this is before the unpleasantness. And now the recent stuff that happened, I don't look. I'm not fond of the internet embracing these causes for 4 days and then moving on to the next one. The internet mob, because I mean, I have one word for you folks: Coney. Anybody remember that by any chance? Because that was like 6 months ago. That was the big deal. Like everybody's like, "Hey, did you know that there's some guy in Nigeria with an army of children who's coming for you?" I'm like, "What? Wait, Hold on a second. No, I didn't know that. Yeah, this dude made a fucking documentary about it. And then it was on Twitter and it was on Facebook. It went all over the place. We've got to stop Coney. We've got to stop Coney. And then the guy who made the documentary was caught naked on the street in San Diego jerking off in traffic.
Yes, he was.
And then everybody went, well, wait a minute. Coney's all the way over in Nigeria. He's not bothering anybody. This guy seems to be a threat at home. The guy who made the documentary is fucking jerking off on a street corner in San Diego. That seems to be a more immediate threat than this guy and his child army who are going to fucking raft over here and Red Dawn the shit out of this country. I'm a little more worried about beat-off guy at the fucking red light. So Coney went away. So Coney is my shorthand for whenever anybody the internet comes up with something and runs with it, because I just know that the internet mob is going to be, they're going to care for 4 days and then they're going to move on. And then America's Yearbook will find a different cause and Twitter will have something else trending. And that's how I felt about Chick-fil-A. It's a shiny object that everybody got distracted by, and eventually another one would fly by, and then everybody would forget what they were doing over at Chick-fil-A. And I'm not saying they would eat there, and I'm saying they would go there. And there are some people who are dedicated to the cause, which is how I get to my gay friends. All right, I'm your gay internet. Well, I'm not your gay internet chum. Hold on a second. I'm the internet chum of gay people. That's all right. I almost said that really weirdly. We're all internet chums, and some of you are gay. All right, how's that? How do I phrase this? Whatever. That's what I'm appealing to with this question. Because that's the thing is everybody started to talk about Chick-fil-A and then mayors and cities were saying, I'm not going to let Chick-fil-A open here. And then you're like, no, you're completely doing it wrong at that point, because you vote with your dollars and you vote with your feet and you vote and maybe you protest and you do all those sorts of things. But when you start telling them they can't do things, that's when you're going to activate that part of the population that cares about that sort of fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you're like, you're repressing Chick-fil-A. I'm going to go eat 9 sandwiches and die soon. I mean, like they go running out there and they do everything they can to give Chick-fil-A a fucking boost because they figure the gays are keeping them out. And then it turns into a weird issue of like gays against people who don't like gays. And it's a chicken restaurant. Who the fuck cares? Who cares? But I understand if you're gay, you care. All right. That's what I mean. The people who rally, well, fuck. Look, I told you there's going to be a problem here. Because I need a ruling from you folks. I do. I need a ruling. Because I'd been to Chick-fil-A before this unpleasantness. And we'd gone a few times. Karen and I enjoyed it. And the last time I was there was after Jimmy Pardo's taping that I went to about a couple months ago. And me and Pat and Chip and Karen went. And Chip had never been. And, chicken sandwich with pickles. Because they don't bury anything in sauce and cheese. That's what I liked about Chick-fil-A. So that day, my wife, as we were leaving, she goes, hold on. And she went and she bought a gift card from Chick-fil-A. $10 gift card. And as we got in the car, and she gave it to me, and I go, why are you getting this for me? And she goes, well, just in case you're out in Hollywood one night and you're hungry, you can get a free sandwich or something, or if you want to get it before work, you can go grab it. And because my wife is she's a grandmother, so she does that a lot. Like she'll have a McDonald's gift card, and she'll keep refueling it. And we never eat at McDonald's. And I go, when do you eat at McDonald's? And she goes, well, just if I want French fries if I'm driving, or if I want to get a Coke or something. And she goes, I just like to have it on me. And I go, you can have cash, right? You can hand them cash. They take cash at McDonald's. And she's like, yeah, I know, but I like having the card. It's like kind of, it's like a spy. Like you can hand them, your special club. And I'm all right, whatever. Because I'm weird like that too. I like that kind of shit. So I completely, all she had to do was say that. When she's like, well, it's like you're a spy and you're in their special club. Done. I understand now. Go ahead and do that. She does it with Starbucks. She has a Starbucks card that she fuels up. She'll throw $25 on that. She gave me a Subway card. She's like, here, this is for you. Why? I could go to Subway and give them money, right? You know that. Lily owes me $5. I could bring $5 in there now and get a foot long. But she likes to do that with gift cards. So she handed me the Chick-fil-A gift card, and in my wallet it sat. Until the gay Holocaust. Where chickens were dying and gays were being murdered, and Chick-fil-A was deep frying whole gay people and trying to pass it off as chicken. I didn't pay a lot of attention to what was going on, folks. All I know is apparently Chick-fil-A was murdering gays and then deep frying them alive as well. Any gay person who got within a 1 mile radius of Chick-fil-A was in danger of being scooped up by the Chick-fil-A spy truck that had a giant net. And it would bring the gays in and they would deep fry them and then slice off their delicious gay meat for sandwiches. And gays are furious about it. Chickens, however, completely on board with the plan. So I think that was what was going on. I didn't pay much attention. All I know is I wasn't supposed to go to Chick-fil-A anymore, which is fine, except I already have a $10 gift card from Chick-fil-A. So they already have my money.
So it's basically a sunk cost,
Yes.
which is why I need a ruling from you gays. And you breeders can chime in as well. If you breeders want to let me know how you feel about it, that's fine. I'll listen to your opinion. But please know that it's not going to carry nearly the weight of the gay people in this instance. Because you breeders are like, I like chicken, just fucking go. Who cares? It doesn't hit you where you live. In a very tastefully decorated 3-bedroom apartment. So I need a ruling from you gays out there because I've already sunk this cost. They already have my $10, and I apologize. They've already used that $10 to pay for gas, to use the fuel the truck, to scoop you up off the street and cook you. I'm sorry about that. All right? They took my $10 as before I knew they were funding that exterminate the gays and serve them as food program. I didn't realize gays were Soylent Green. I had no idea. But they have my $10. They've already put it to nefarious use. So I put it to you gays. I should at least get some delicious chicken out of it, right? Can't I go? Can't I just go there now? I'm not giving them more money, and I'm not giving them more business. I'm just cashing in on previous business before I knew that they were a hate-fueled enterprise. So they've already got my $10. They've already put it to terrible, terrible usage. They've already used it to find a way to exterminate you from the planet. And I apologize for that. I'm hoping my $10 isn't the one that tipped them over into being able to discover the gay bomb. I hope that's not the case. They have a G-bomb. They found Chick-fil-A's been working on a G-bomb. Like they have the H-bomb that just, it kills everybody but saves the buildings. That's what the G-bomb, it just like, it turns all the gays straight and makes all the straights happier. That's what it does. They think until they detonate it and it's reversed. It makes all the gays happier and it turns all the straights gay. That's the day I'm waiting for. Hopefully my $10 funded that. I like chaos. All right. So my bottom line is, can I go? Can I go back to Chick-fil-A, folks? Just for $10? I mean, I won't buy anything else. I'll just get my $10 worth in bail. I just need this to put. I need to put it out there amongst the gay network. I mean, the gay mafia, whoever the fuck listens and talks. I need you guys to talk to one another and get it out there that I have a 2006 like red Murano that can't be fucked with. When I go there, I don't know because I haven't been to. I don't know if you guys are out there now spraying gay all over everybody. I have no idea how you're handling it. I don't know if you're still. You've linked arms. And hands and cocks. Maybe you've linked cocks. Perhaps you've formed a cock chain and you've linked cocks across the drive-thru. I get that and I understand that because you want to shut these people down. Good for you. Vote your dollars. Vote with your cocks. Do whatever you got to do to save your future. Because again, as I've mentioned, Chick-fil-A is very close to developing the G-bomb. But I need a ruling on you that I can get my $10 worth of chicken before everything goes to hell. And I also want, because you got to put the word out, because I don't want to get into a drive-thru, because have you seen the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A? It's very circuitous, and once you're in it, you're in it. I mean, you can't get out, you can't back out, you can't go forward, so I'm trapped. So I don't want to be there when fucking Act Up swoops down in their Act Up pink helicopter and kills everybody in the fucking drive-thru lane. I don't want that to happen, so I have to have a sign. Is there something I can put in my window that says that this was a $10 old purchase or some sign? Or can I paint or put a rainbow sticker in my window and I'll be safe through safe passage? I just need to know how I can negotiate the gays without getting murdered at my chicken restaurant. That's it. That's all I want to know. And by the way, Act Up, I think you got to change your name. I don't like the name Act Up because it just sounds, you know what? All right, let's get into this for just a second, Act Up. I support you and I understand what you're trying to do. However, your name doesn't strike enough fear into straights. Because people hear Act Up and they think of what a child does. Or they hear Act Up and they think that you're some sort of organization teaching people how to do monologues. Fuck that. You need something scarier. Because people are scared of you gays. You need to embrace the fact that people fear you. So you need to name yourself, like your organization's, something that's even scarier. Like fucking be the faggot brigade. Be that. Take that word back for yourselves and use it to strike fear in their fucking hearts. You're like the Zorro of fucking gay people. You're the faggot brigade. And you can dress up like Zorro if you want. I know how you people enjoy dressing up. Go ahead and dress up. See, that's what you need to do. You need to be scary as fuck. You can't just be, because everybody's like, we're gay and we got to just show them that we're normal like everybody else. Hey man, nobody's accepting you. Be as fucking crazy as you want. Take back the word faggot and become the faggot brigade and be like an army. Dress up like an army and swoop in on Chick-fil-A and just fucking take them over. God damn it, this is perfect. Go watch The Expendables. It'll be like a roadmap for what you should do. Get a bunch of bulky old dudes together and go ahead and fucking get a Jason Statham lookalike and be the faggot brigade and swoop in and take the place down. No, it isn't. Bullshit. Take the word back because they're scared of you. So use that to your advantage, gays. Any straight person who's afraid of a gay person needs to be intimidated and spooked. So go ahead and just, like the Klan. The Klan knew. They were the Ku Klux Klan. They dressed up in sheets. You guys need to dress up in, like, I don't know, 10,000 thread count sheets. Whatever you guys use. Be the faggot brigade and wear 10,000 thread count sheets and scare the shit out of straight people. Even more, because that's what they expect from you. So fucking give them what they expect. They want to demonize you? Accept it and just come forward right at them in their fucking faces and make them retreat to the woods. Because you're not going to live in a cabin. You people aren't rustic. Just come swooping in. Or take every fucking shitty slur that they use for you and you know what? You should have factions. You should have like the faggot brigade and then you should have like the ass pirates. Be the ass pirates. Why wouldn't you be? And dress up like actual fucking pirates and swoop in with cutlasses and fucking eye patches. We're the ass pirates. Gay pirates who are on the move and scaring straight people. Why not? This world would be so much better if everybody identified themselves by costumes. Rich people in short pants on superpowered horses, carrying gold doubloon forks. The faggot brigade wearing their fucking amazing army outfits. Ass pirates dressed up like pirates. Gay guys dressed up like pirates scaring straight people. Do this. Take back those words and take back the fear and use it to your advantage. And I know some of you are out there going, well, the whole point is gay people are normal like straight people. I get that. I understand that. But you also understand that there's a faction of straight people who are out there who are stupid and are never going to realize that and are never going to give you the benefit of the doubt. So that's why I'm saying you should dress up and scare the shit out of those people. Because the regular people, straight people who understand that you're just like us, we're on board with it. I'm all for that. Scare the fuck out of these creepy other idiots. I'm sorry, do it. I know you're normal, and I know that, but you get demonized, so accept it and fucking come at them in the night, in the daytime. A passel of ass pirates? Come on! Descend on some church and just stand out there and like, har, har, har. We want you to recognize us, har. Oh my God, ass pirates, why are you not doing this? All it takes is one uptight church to be besieged by a passel of ass pirates and a big faggot brigade helicopter, and your point gets across.
Oh my Christ.
Take back the power that they're giving you. They're scared of you? Use it. I want this whole country, I want this whole world to just be the Warriors. I want there to be baseball Furies. I want there to be Van Cortlandt Rangers. I want everybody to have their own fucking suits so we can identify them. Hey, there's some ass pirates over there. Well, let's cross the street because those gentlemen probably don't want to talk to us. Yes, uptight straight people. What would the uptight straight people costume be? Just jeans and a flannel shirt. No personality, no color whatsoever. There's ass pirates and faggot brigades and fucking rich people on superpowered horses with gold forks. Come on, make me rich and I'll make this happen. Ha! I love that I think I could make this happen. Why? Why do I think rich people could solve anything they wanted? If I was rich, I could just all of a sudden make everybody wear costumes and compartmentalize themselves. God damn it. Because I want to. You know why? It's all the power of the mind, folks. That's what I want to do. You can do anything you want. If you have money and fucking and crazy strength of will. This is what gays need. They need a rich benefactor to allow them to take back the night. Why are gays Batman? I have no idea why gays are Batman, but they are. Because you want to dress up in a costume and run around from roof to roof and punch dudes. There you go. Wouldn't you want to do that, gays? Do this. Take out your anger against straights. I'm giving you the money to do it when I'm rich. I need to win the Powerball because I will empower gays to take over this nation as themselves, as faggot brigades and ass pirates. You know what we need? Fuck that. We just need 4 dudes. We need a gay team. That's what we need. And you know what, gays? Figure it out amongst yourselves because I know you're all going to fight because you all want to be face. Forget that. Someone's got to be Hannibal, someone's got to be Murdoch, someone's got to be BA, okay? You can't all be face. But we need a gay team. We'll get a van, and you'll just fucking take back the night, cruising up and taking care of business. I'll fund them. Oh my God, this is perfect. I need to win the Powerball to fund the gay team. The gay team is cleaning up this country. They're gaining acceptance for their ilk. I don't know. I'm in trouble already. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Look, I just advocated funding a gay team to go out as mercenaries and take back the night.
I know it's
I can't get in much more trouble than I am now. In the 20th century,
An entire culture of people was marginalized by the mainstream population for the crime of being different. These men and women eventually escaped from the insulting stereotypes to the San Francisco underground. Today, still ostracized by many, they survive as soldiers of fabulousness. If you have a problem with a chicken restaurant, if no one else can help, or if you're casting a reality show, maybe you can hire the gay team. Make me rich and I'll make it happen. You guys can get me at Mike and MikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40-year-old boy. You can follow me at Twitter.com/the40-year-old boy. You can follow our friend Lily Von Stupp at two different addresses, Twitter.com/MNTs and Twitter.com/Lily Von Stupp. You can be your friend at Facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp. You can be our friend David Hernandez, who does all of the artwork and the music for this show, at Facebook.com/David Mex Hernandez. And if you want to write Lily a personal note and find out exactly what I was going to talk about in the beginning of the show that concerned her, as it dawns on me, I started out talking about you, didn't I? If you want to write her a personal note and find out what it was, go ahead and write her at Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com.
Drink your coffee, hold some pencils, soak your forty, hold more pencils, throw a Garber on these mugs, there's Flameboy Schmitty on these mugs, go buy these wicked awesome mugs, at MikeSchmidtComedy.com,
Want to remind you folks about the Monday Night Teas every Monday night at the 3 Clubs on Santa Monica and Vine. 10 o'clock p.m. is the show time. 12 o'clock midnight is about the time you realize you've never been happier in your entire life. I happen to know the producer of that show. She's a good friend of this show, as a matter of fact. And I'll go on a limb. I'll say that this show wouldn't exist if it wasn't for this person. Here's our good friend, Lily Von Stupp. She's the producer of both shows. Hi, Lily.
Hi, Mike.
How are you? How are your cramps?
They're better.
How's your knee?
Better.
All right.
Fresh face.
I don't know. I'll tell you later. How was the tease this week?
It was spectacular.
That's good news.
Yeah, it was
Your
great.
friend Olive was there
She made
debuting.
her debut and she killed.
I'm very angry at Olive
Why?
because I went on Facebook and there's no pictures of Olive to ogle.
It's her very first performance. There's no photos of her. She hasn't had her first photo shoot, nothing.
But I wanted to ogle Olive.
Well, she graduated 2.5 weeks ago.
Mhm.
And I said to her, do you think you'll be ready to perform? And she's like, I don't know, maybe. And I called her and I go, you're going to do this, right? She's like, okay. So she hadn't even had photos shot or anything. There'll be photos up Tuesday of next week, most likely.
All right.
Takes about a week to get photos.
But she was good.
She was amazing. She's adorable.
And everybody was great.
Yes.
Good.
It was wonderful.
And there's a show coming up this week.
Yeah.
August 20th, I believe, is the date.
Yeah.
That's the Monday Night Teas at the 3 Clubs on Santa Monica and Vine. This August 20th, this Monday, 10 o'clock p.m. at the 3 Clubs, Santa Monica and Vine. Our friend Lily Von Stupp is putting together Inglorious Burlesque.
Oh, yeah, that's this Monday.
That is this Monday. It's a tribute to Quentin Tarantino, a show that is she's done many times. As a matter of fact, did it for Quentin Tarantino himself and a private party of friends. I will be there. I will actually be hosting this show. But our tickets, this is tricky because I happen to know some people who actually bought tickets. And they were like getting down to the basement. Like there were very few yesterday when they bought them. Where are we at now?
There are 18 tickets left, and they are standing room only tickets.
So all the seats are gone.
Everything's gone.
Seats are gone, but folks, you still want to come to the show. There are 18 standing room only tickets available that will sell out. Go to brownpapertickets.com and look for Lily Von Stupp or look for Inglorious Burlesque or look for Monday Night Teas. Other events are also on sale there, correct? In the coming weeks. If you can't make this week's show, there are coming weeks available. But definitely try to get standing room only tickets because being in the room is what it's all about. Sitting down, obviously you want to do that, whatever. But being in the room, the electricity, the vibe, seeing what's going on, and it's infectious. And it's like when I was at the Prince show, everybody felt this weird communal spirit that we were seeing something happening that would not happen again. And granted, we're doing the Prince show again, but in the moment, it felt just right. So I think you should definitely want to be in the room for this Inglorious Burlesque. I've seen it. I've been involved in it. And I will do my best to talk as quickly as I can and get to the best part of the show, which, of course, are the girls. But I'll be there talking August 20th at the 3 clubs on Santa Monica and Vine. 18 standing room only tickets are available still. Go and get them and be in the room. That's the important part. And then walk next door with me to the gas station to the taco truck, which is really, really good. I'm looking forward to that. I wasn't going to do it. I told her, I go, look, I just want to come and watch. She's like, I really need you to host. You're already on the flyer. I said, I don't want to do this. I just want to come and watch. She goes, you're on the flyer. I said, is that taco truck still parked outside? She said, yes. I said, I will host. I can host. Because she is paying me in lengua tacos. That's how it works. I'm going to get some cabeza tacos, some lengua tacos, some al pastor. Oh, my God. I will work. I should just have a homeless guy sign that says, we'll work for al pastor. It's fantastic. So come on up to the show. 18 tickets are available, and then other tickets are also available. And we're doing, I understand you're doing the Prince show again in November, right?
Yeah, I believe it was November 12th.
November 12th, I think, is the date. Tickets are not on sale, but she's going to put those on sale early as well, and you'll want to scoop those up because that show was fucking amazing. So it's going to be great. So check out those shows. Always, and thank you for involving me, Lily Von Stupp, with the Monday Night Teas. So you can go, like I said, you can always write her an email or go check out mntees.com or MondayNightTees.com. Go to MondayNightTees.com for any and all information about upcoming shows. Remember, you can go to Facebook.com/the40-year-old boy and be my friend. Or you can go there and sign up for, how about and? Be my friend and do this. It's not an either-or proposition. You don't have to be my friend or sign up for these pages. But there's plenty of pages on there that tell you that I'm coming to town, St. Louis. I'm not coming to town. They want me to come to town. So if you sign up on those pages, I realize there's support. I can find a theater to go live, blah, blah, blah. San Antonio exists, Detroit, London, of course, as I've mentioned many times, which if London's going to happen, it's probably going to have to be a Kickstarter. And if it's going to be a Kickstarter, it's going to have to be a while because I don't have any other prizes to give you people. Everything I gave away. So I got to devise what else I could give away to start the London Kickstarter up.
Naked photos.
Of whom?
You.
No one cares about me. You.
The Burt Reynolds pose of you naked.
You. We'll do you. If you want to be naked, see, yeah. No, we want you to be naked. Nobody cares about me naked. That's fucking horrifying. But you, absolutely. Then they're in. You're making a face. All right, think about it. If you want to do that, I'll kickstart it right up. We'll get some naked photos. What if you and I did a publicity photo? All right, you know what? Here's why. Some band or some group played your Monday Night Teas. Mm-hmm. It's 2 dudes and a girl.
Yeah.
Who are they?
It's Gigi and Pop.
Yeah, all right. I was going to say, you know what's funny? In my head, I was going to say Gnip Gnop. I swear to God. So Gigi and Pop. And their publicity photo is them naked with strategically placed instruments and the like. We should do that.
Okay.
I'll do that with you.
We're
But
going to need a bigger microphone.
Doubtful. No, I'm not naked. You'll be naked. Here's the way it'll work. This is going to be great. I'm going to be standing behind you, and I will have one arm across your boobs and one arm across your bottom, and you'll be naked in front of me.
I think it's awesome that you think your hands are going to be on my naked body.
You can do the hover hand. You've been on the internet. There's hover hand. Of course you can.
More support than the hover
No,
hand.
you know what? Well, you know what? Let me hold fans. I'll do the 2 burlesque fans, one in front of your boobs and one in front of instead of downstairs, upstairs and downstairs. I'll hold the fans. I'm behind you. My face is just there. That's all anybody cares about, because nobody wants to see anything more than that. I'll be in my.
You're naked behind me.
I'll be in my jeans. Well, all right. We'll discuss that later. I'll wear my jeans and flannel shirt costume because I'm just a regular guy. I'm a boring straight dude.
Where's something from the gay brigade?
Oh.
The faggot brigade. Where's something from the faggot brigade?
No, I can't. Come on. It's like I wouldn't wear a Marines outfit. I wouldn't want to insult them. If I wear a Marines outfit, that indicates that I can do what they do. I cannot join the faggot brigade because I could not be all they can be. All right, they can be so much more than I can be. So I wouldn't insult them by wearing their uniform.
What was the other one then?
The Ass Pirates.
You should be an ass pirate.
Oh, Captain Whitebeard and the Ass Pirates. How you're not doing this, gay people? Make me rich and I'll make it happen. All right. So that's fine. So go sign up for those pages. Look at because you can bring this sort of brilliance to your town, folks. Oh my God, don't you want this coming to town? Me on your stage talking about Ass Pirates getting your venue closed down. So sign up for those pages. Like I said, I am coming to some cities live already. I will be in Green Bay, Wisconsin on September 14th at the Venture Theater. That's a Friday night. Tickets are on sale now at brownpapertickets.com. Buy some tickets because Green Bay is a little light. as it always is. It's always, you guys do this to me. It's light, and then on like show night, everybody comes. So that's fine. So I got to get the word out to the King of Sweden to get those people on board. Oh Jesus, shut up. All right, so he owes me a favor. That dude owes me. All right, so Green Bay, Wisconsin, September 14th at the Venture Theater. Tickets are available at brownpapertickets.com, and also October 19th at the Latvian Society in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Tickets are also on sale for that at brownpapertickets.com. While you're there buying tickets for Inglorious Burlesque or looking at tickets for future Monday Night Tease events, throw my name into the mix, Mike Schmidt, and or 40-year-old boy, and you'll find my tickets and go ahead and buy tickets for those shows as well. Although I don't know why you're buying tickets to Philadelphia if you're buying tickets to the Monday Night Tease. Who knows? I don't know how you run your lives, folks. What do you mock? Also, I'm going to be in Portland. We're a month out, Portland. Maybe even less. Might be 3 weeks out. December 8th. Yeah, we're 3 weeks away from me coming to Portland and running in the Warrior Dash. I'll talk about that next week. I have some stuff to discuss with you folks, and I'll need a ruling. I need a ruling from all of you people every week. That's what it's going to be from now on. It's going to be me finding out your opinions and doing whatever you say. I'm a robot. I'm Mitt Romney. That's who I am. I will find out what you guys want. Whatever way the wind blows, I go that way. Fine. But yeah, so I'll talk about that next week. But I'm in Portland at the Warrior Dash in 3 weeks. If you want to run in it, if you want to come out to it, that's fine. I'm flying out on Friday. I still don't know what I'm doing on Friday and Saturday. I know I got to talk to KC and find out what's up. And there's a bunch of stuff. We'll figure something out. But I'm going to talk about this more in depth next week because I have a question. I don't know. We'll see. I almost talked about it this week, but then unfortunately I spiraled off into some other things. So there's the Portland page. Remember, I'll be there in 3 weeks, and that's that. If you go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com, let's tell you about that. If you go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com, go to the Joe Business page, and on the Joe Business page, there are so many ways for me to steal your money. There are Zazzle mugs. The Fireboy mug and the Thorgar and Yeep mug. There are links to tweakedaudio.com/40, whose earbuds I am wearing right now confidently as I bring you this show. They've been very nice enough to sponsor the show, and they sell you, of course, autoerotic asphyxiation earbuds and cock ring watches available right now at tweakedaudio.com/40. And in many colors, by the way. Does your cock look good in purple? They've got it. Actually, no, purple, that offsets it. You want to offset the purple. There's already enough purple in cock. All right. So, folks, so tweakedaudio.com/40 and then Zazzle, as I've mentioned. And also there are links to purchase T-shirts on the site. There is the Red Boy shirt. There's the Scar Panda shirt. And we've got all sizes available right now. I'm getting low on big sizes, 2X and 3X. Those are starting to run out. So if you want those, order them. And if you don't. I don't care. I mean, well, I do care. I mean, I want you to want them. I need you to need them. I'd love you to love them. Shine up the old brown shoes. Put on your 40-year-old boy shirt. The minute you heard the word that you said that you needed them or wanted them or you loved them. Didn't I tell you about T-shirts? All right. So they're available now at the Joe Business page. There's the Red Boy. There's the Scar Panda. If you want sizes, go ahead and grab them quickly because they are going quickly. The larger sizes are. Anyway, I got plenty of extra larges and below. Well, not plenty of below. The smalls are going too. Shut up. Shut up. No slap? Good. Learned your lesson? I learned my lesson. Jesus Christ.
I'm scared.
So also on the page, there's the you can buy the download sets. Year 1, Year 2, Year 3, and Year 4 are available individually or together as part of the Podcast of the Caribbean set, it has Curse of the Black Schmidt. It has on two Schmitties, I think. I don't know. On different Schmidts. I can't remember. It's so funny. When we went with this, it was because it would be so fun to say those, and I've not said them for weeks, and now I've forgotten them because I'm stupid. But those are available right now. Oh, you go into the site? All right, when you find them, if you find them, let me know. So those are available. That's the Year 1, Year 2, Year 3, Year 4 download sets individually or together as the Podcast of the Caribbean set. T-shirts available, mugs, Zazzle equipment, those are the mugs, of course. Tweakedaudio.com/40. And if you'd prefer to just donate to the show, you can donate to the show. There's a little Schmitty in the upper left-hand corner of every page of MikeSchmidtComedy.com. Click him, and you can make a one-time donation, which is always appreciated. Or you can donate $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, or $25 a month, folks. And you'll be keeping the show alive Not that it's going anywhere, really. Let's be honest. It's not like they're not turning the lights out on me, folks. This is the internet. It's free. I just put the show up there, and if you like it, that's great. I'm glad that you donate and you help us get a lot of cool stuff, and you keep the shows, the live shows and stuff rolling. But I'm not gonna lie to you and say that everything's gonna shut down if you don't donate. But it's cool that you do, and I appreciate it. Remember that the LA Podfest is coming up in October. That's the 12th, 13th, and 14th. My show is, I still believe, right now scheduled for October 13th at 11 o'clock in the morning. Still waiting to get confirmation from Graham and Chris. And when I say still waiting to get confirmation, it means I'm still waiting to call them to ask them to confirm it. It's not in their lap. It's in mine. But I'm just going to trust the website, and I'm going to be up at 11 o'clock. People have asked me if there's just individual tickets for my show. I don't know how this works. I really don't. If you go to lapodfest.com, I'm sure there's all the information that tells you everything you need to know. But I know that there's room packages available. There's full 3-day packages available. There's tickets that get you into every single show. You can buy a laminate that gets you into every single podcast, every single seminar. I don't know what the tiering system is like, but I don't think there are individual tickets available for individual shows. And I don't know if there will be. People keep asking me, is that going to change? I don't know. You got to ask Graham or Chris or Andy or Dave. They are the people who are running the whole thing. And if I was you, just to be safe, why not just buy a 3-day ticket and go see and love all of the great shows that are going to be there? Aisha Tyler's going to be there. The Sklars, Jimmy Pardo, and Never Not Funny with Matt Belknap. Of course, Mark Maron is going to be there. What are you saying?
The minivan guy.
The Minivan Men are going to be there, of course. They're going to be there. Todd Glass. And, of course, Walking the Room, Comedy Film Nerds, the people, I don't know Andy Wood's podcast. It's called, like, Positively Science or Maybe Science. I don't know what it's called, but it's very popular and everybody loves it. And then there's mine, of course. I'll be there. So if you can come out and check out a bunch of shows. What? Don't mock. I'm being serious. I don't know the name of it. So that's available. Tickets to the LA Podfest, because people keep asking me, when are you going to do a Los Angeles show? That will be a Los Angeles show. People are also saying, are you doing your one man when you're there? I have not decided. All right. I might be doing a portion of the one man. I may be doing something completely different. I might just be doing what you got today. Just talking downhill. Who knows? I haven't decided, but come on out, buy a ticket, 11 o'clock p.m., a.m. Not p.m. Don't go to 11 o'clock p.m. You will not see me. But buy a 3-day ticket and enjoy the whole thing. The festival's supposed to be amazing. Jackie Cation will be there, the Dork Forest. Looking forward to it myself. I'm looking forward to seeing all those shows. Comedy Film Nerds book. If I told you about that, folks, that's available right now. The Comedy Film Nerds book is available at Amazon.com or at ComedyFilmNerds.com. And if you'd like it personally signed by me, and others, of course, you can order it right through ComedyFilmNerds.com and then send a note to them and tell them that you want it personalized by me and everybody else, or just me or everybody. I don't care. But I'm just letting you know that Amazon is the way to buy a book. But if you want a personalized book signed by your favorite authors, go ahead and go through ComedyFilmNerds.com. If you want to hear me talking to other people, get the Paul Goebel Show this week. It's already up for download. It's me, Paul Goebel, Tom Griffin, Jim Bruce, talking about Matthew Perry, talking about Alf, talking about comic books in front of a live audience at the iOS Theater. It's fun. We had a good time. We did it Monday, and it's already up. That's the magic of the internet, folks. You do it one day, it's up the next day. It's crazy. It's like this show. I'm doing this today. It'll be up tomorrow, and you'll hear it. Well, no, you'll be hearing it today. You're hearing the show today, folks. Whenever you hear this, it's today. But know that when I recorded it, it was a different today. Today is my today. Tomorrow is your today. All right? So, yeah, go get the Paul Goebel Show. The King of TV is fantastic. Good friend, and I was happy that he included me on his live show, so go ahead and pick that up. See, he does a live show. People ask me when you do a live Los Angeles show. I can't do it. The King of TV, Paul Goebel, is stealing all the venues. He's clogging them all up with his amazingness. His brilliance is being brought to live audiences all over this great city of ours, and I can't possibly rent a room. I call. I try. Hey, can I get the room? Sorry, King of TV that night. So I was just lucky that he included me in one of them, for fuck's sake. And also, you know what? I'll throw this in there. You know, Paul sells videos. I didn't realize it. I mean, I knew this, but I didn't know they still did. They sell these weird little vignette videos. I shouldn't call them weird, but it's stuff that he and Jim, they do comedy videos, and they sell them. And I think they're like, you can get 10 of them for $7. It's just some weird pricing system, but good for him. It's working for him. And then they sell, you can buy them, and they send them to you. You have these videos. And it seems like, he should put them up so they go viral. But I understand the difference in being able to bring them to the people who love the show. It's like bonus content that they can buy, which is great. I every time I come here, I'd make Lily watch videos from the previous week. Like I didn't make her watch. There was a video this week. I didn't make her watch the cat who fell out of the ceiling. That was a great one. A cat fell out of the ceiling at a classroom. They're like teaching, and then the cat he brings down. It's like, you know what? It was just like when Brian Fishbeck fell through the ceiling when I was a kid in 6th grade. I told that story, and I could not. Oh my god, I can't start talking about it because it's gonna fucking make me laugh like an idiot. But to see him, so this cat comes through and breaks like 4 ceiling tiles. It was just like when Brian came through. It was fucking hysterical. But a listener to the show let me know about, like, this is like 4 days ago, and he's like, you got to see this, and it was a guy in Chat Roulette who dressed up in bikinis and did Call Me Maybe. And he edited together with the length of the song. Like, it's only like a 3-minute and 20-second song. But it's like a bunch of different people who reacted to him as because Chat Roulette, if you don't know what Chat Roulette is, okay, it's you go online and you watch people jerk off. That's what it is. It's this video system where you can actually watch people from all over the world jerk off. That's the goal of Chat Roulette. And I had a whole show dedicated to it once on here. Go by year 3, I think it is. Because I got caught in a loop where I was going to those periodically, and I would never turn my camera on. I would never turn the sound on. But I was a voyeur. I would just go through and flip through and see people, and you're like, cock. Hold on, that's tits. It's got to be fake. Cock. Awful. So I talked about it on the show here, and then I saw this guy do this video. I've stopped. I haven't gone in like a year. And this guy puts out this video, and he's trolling people on Chat Roulette, and then they're all singing, and it was really fun. And I was like, fuck. So I put that up on my Facebook page. And then Karen came home from work, and I go, you've got to see this video. And she's like, what is it? I go, just sit down. So she sits down at the computer, and I go, watch this. And I hit play. And I said, I go, let me explain this. I go, hold on, pause it. Because she watched like 5 seconds. And she goes, what is it? I said, all right, I got to explain to you. There's this place called Chat Roulette. And on Chat Roulette, you can chat with people from all over the world. I said, you can record them as well. You record their reactions. I said, it's also, there's this whole sub thing where people will put up fake videos to try to trick people into doing stuff. And then they will tape it and they will put it on the internet. She goes, oh, well, I don't. So I go, well, this guy was taping people, and you can hear. That's why they can mouth the lyrics of the song Call Me Maybe, because they can hear it playing in his house. And then eventually he taped enough people to where he was able to edit together a 3-minute thing the length of the song. And by the way, when you watch this video, it's the Chat Roulette Call Me Maybe. I don't know if you Google it or however you find it. But the best part is, realize that to make that 3-minute and 15-second video, he probably did 4 days worth of Chat Roulette in that bikini, in all those bikinis. And there were people who probably flipped him off and told him, fuck you, and called him names. And he edited all those out, and he just kept the people who enjoyed it. So it's like, it made it much more pleasant. Because he should put out like the evil version, where all the people were cocks to him. I mean, he should just do that. So I made Karen, I go, so watch this. And it starts playing, and she's laughing, and she enjoyed it. She's like, that's amazing. And she goes, what is that site? And I said, it's a site where you can chat with people. And I go, honestly, it's literally a place where people just jerk off. And she goes, what do you mean? And I go, all right, well, here, I go to it. Go to Chat Roulette.
You didn't send her there.
Well, you know what's funny? I felt that I had to because I'm trying to explain it to her. And she's like, well, what is it? What is it?
Karen is so sweet.
So she goes to Chat Roulette, and it's completely different. The interface is completely different from I remember, because, again, I haven't been there in a year. And I remember when I talked about it, like, within, like, 3 months, there was all this discussion of how they had cleaned it up. That was the whole deal. So I told her, I go, you know what? I go, she goes, they can see me? And I go, no, they can't see you. Down here is the square where you are. See how it's black? And it says activate webcam, activate sound. You can do that if you want, but don't ever do it. Because my wife, she thinks that kind of stuff is interesting. She's fascinated by internet stuff. And so, but I just wanted to show her the video, but now I had to show her what Chat Roulette was. So then she goes, well, how do you know about this? I said, well, I used to go on this. And she's like, did you talk to people? And I go, no, I never fucking turned the webcam on. I don't want anybody to know I'm on here. That's the whole point. You just flip through and you look at people. And I go, the worst thing is it's always people jerking off. And she goes, well, then why did you come here? I said, well, it wasn't always people jerking off. You flip through and you see people. And I go, it's like a spy thing. It's like you're spying on them. And she's like, and then that's, again, she understands when I say that, what I mean by that, because I'm fascinated by spying and voyeur stuff. So she's like, oh, okay. And so then, sure enough, she starts flipping, and it took 3 guys before she saw a guy jerking off in Turkey. And she's like, oh, my God, Michael. And I said, yeah, see? I go, this is what happens. But honestly, they have cleaned it up, because we sat there for half an hour, and she flipped through all these different people, and there'd be guys who were, you'd see them down to their naked waist, and you could see that they were jerking off, waiting for, but they want to see you. I told Karen, I go, if you turn the webcam on and they could see your face, they would immediately start jerking off for you. I go, they just want a girl. So she goes, well, how do you talk to them? And I go, she goes, do you have to say something? And I go, well, no, you don't activate your camera or the sound ever. Do not turn it on. And then when she flipped to a guy, he started typing to her. She goes, oh my God, what? And she goes, he sent me a note. And I'm like, yeah. I go, you can talk to him if you want. And he was a guy who was naked and he was jerking off, but we couldn't see anything yet. And he was like, man or woman. And I go, he just wants a girl. I go, if he knows you're a girl, he's going to jerk off and he's going to ask you a bunch of questions. And so she types man and hits send. And she goes, ha, 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 ha. I go, what are you doing? You got to tell me you're a girl and then he's going to jerk off. She goes, I don't want him to jerk off. I go, but I thought that was the whole point, was you're trying to trick him into doing that. She goes, no, I don't care. I'm only here because you told me to go here. I go, I only sent you here because you wanted to know what it was. So now we're both sitting there waiting for guys to jerk off in Turkey. And I'm realizing, my wife and I, this is what we do now. This is who we are. We don't have kids, so we sit in front of the internet and we watch guys in Turkey jerk off. That's what my wife and I do. That's what we're going to do fading into our old age. The two of us are just going to be with our dark webcam staring at guys in the Arab Spring jerking off. Jesus Christ. So she's like, well, I don't want to go here, but the thing is, I know she will. So I told her, I could not stress it enough. I go, look, do not make me pin this to the cork board. Never turn your webcam on. I go, they will tape you. I go, there's sites dedicated to trolling people on here with fake videos just so they can get you to talk or do something. I go, there are people who've shown their tits or shown their dick, and then they're on the internet forever. Never turn the webcam on. She goes, I wouldn't do that. But what if I turn the sound on? Don't turn the sound on. Then they can hear you talking. Well, how do you turn the webcam on? I don't want to do it, but it's like, I just push this button. Stop. Don't put the webcam on, ever. So if you go on chat roulette and you happen to fly by and you just see some girl who's just like wide-eyed and all innocent, don't jerk off for her. You'll ruin her innocence. You'll crush it. She'll come to me and go, what happened? It'll be horrible. I'll have to deal with it. Don't do it. I know that she's going to, because I know she's going to go back. I know she is. Because I have a tone. Because you know why? Because I talk quickly and I don't fucking think. That's why. I think that's what it means when you have a tone. Is you don't fucking bother to care what comes flying out of your goddamn mouth. I try to grow the show and I want people to get on board and they're like, I listen to it and you talk too fast. Really, I talk too fast. How the hell else am I supposed to cram all of this into a small 3-hour window? Dude, there's no script. I just go over this shit on the fly. It makes me laugh. If it doesn't make you laugh, turn the fucking station. And by turn the station, I mean turn the wheel of your car right into a guardrail. Jesus fuck. Hey, where are you going, boy?